Kicking off the show right, folks.
Hello, it is time to start the show. And I'm going to get started right after this.
No, Levi's at the gym again. I'm like, if you want to, you can, but that was kind of crazy. That's Darwin Raven. He's our friend. He's our Ravens content creator friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's at the gym, so he needs to focus.
He's climbing rocks again, right?
Yeah. The intro gave me just enough time to grab my Rams tears. So,
I love climbing rocks too.
How are we all doing tonight? John Jay, how you doing? Buddy?
Hearing Korey, I did. I ain't gonna
lie. Yeah, Korey. I miss him. We've been friends for years. Traveled out there for the Giants game, the home opener this year. And shout out to Jess and Ty Austin and that crew. They got me in the gold mine. That was so awesome. Could be one of the nicest things anyone's ever done for me. I appreciate them.
That was one of the coolest things ever when you guys posted all those pictures with you guys and Steve Young. And then Tony talked about how you guys started fangirling 2-year-olds all over Steve Young.
It was awesome. We didn't even notice he was on the field.
I think any of us would do that. It's the way that she was talking about the two of you, completely losing it. It was just the cutest and most endearing thing ever, especially with her being Bryant's wife. So
Bryant told him about his his incident when he got hit by a truck. Steve Young was looking at him like, damn, and then Bryant had a gold jacket on. It's a reversible gold jacket too. One of the
and he got a sign,
kind of high end ones. And he did. He flipped Bryant around and he autographed the back. That was my camera's in a different spot now. That's it right there. That's me with Steve Young, although you can't see it that great. You could probably see it better than I'm seeing it.
Both the Utah guys.
He's still fine.
Yeah. He's actually from the enemy though. I'm a Utah Utes fan. He's from BYU. We got the Holy War. That's what we call it here.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's the truth. We call it the Holy War. Yeah, Laura Cat was there too. That was awesome. She got to meet Steve Young.
Uh-huh.
There's only one
Bashar. Bashar, 49er minded. He was there.
He got to meet him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They let us down on the field. So we're in this group. We're chilling. The game's over. And it was a requirement that even if we're blowing them out, we stay there. That's a requirement. You're there. But you get to park in employee parking, so you're not walking a mile. You don't have to, pay an extraordinary amount just to park your car. You're parking with all the employees a block away from the stadium,
That's cool.
And, a Santa Clara block. I mean, it was a pretty long block. I'm going to be honest. But, then different. But, we got to go in before they let the crowd in, So me and Bryant, we went in there. We went up to the food stand. We got some food before everyone showed up, and it was all crazy. And, then we're actually eating over there on the condiments bar. They have a separate bar for condiments. And we're over there eating, and we're looking at the front gates as they opened them. And it was like a floodgates of 49ers fans. It was awesome, Oh, boy. It's my guy.
That's so cool that the East Coast Red Bull guys
What's up, buddy?
came on and helped you guys live out that dream.
Hi, Terradome.
Yeah. Oh, it was so awesome. It was so. I hope I get the chance to do it again sometime. I'm definitely gonna go out there and go to another game though. That was cool.
Mhm.
You know,
Did you get
I
to
got to
see
stay
El
with
Chapo?
Bryant and his family. They're great people. Oh look, there he is right there. There's my guy. My guy.
Did you get to
What's up,
meet El
everybody?
Chapo?
Yep,
What's
I got to
up,
stay at his
everybody?
house, meet his family. His family's great. His
Faithful.
dog Bruce is awesome too.
Mhm. What's up,
And
Not your
Peridot?
dog, Bruce.
yeah, it's an English bulldog, and you know how Bryant's a Batman fan, you know. So dog's name is Bruce. He was incredible. He was a very cool dog. Like when he wanted something, he wouldn't just beg or anything like that. He looks at it and he barks at it. He's not a loud barker, but he just looks at it and barks at it. So you know,
You
but
gotta love a dog who knows what he wants.
No,
that's the truth.
the best one
But
was
but
when
yeah. So well, as we're standing there eating, at the condiments bar, Sam Darnold's family, the only people in the stadium in a Sam Darnold jersey, and we should have got a picture, Brian. If this ever happens again, buddy, we're getting a picture. And they walk by. It's like his mom, his dad, his girlfriend, and I think I'm not sure who that was, honestly, the youngin. But Steve-O, my neighbor dog Wayne. But yeah, so it's just like Bryant goes Sam area that they're all that they like that. It was it was cool. But yeah, they were the only people in the stadium in Sam Darnold jerseys. That if it wasn't his family, then who was it, right?
Dead
But
giveaway.
That's kind of
but when you're in the gold mine experience, and I don't think I've actually told this story in depth ever. But when you're in the gold mine, you're sitting there in a little section, but you are like basically cheerleaders, and not just cheerleaders with pom poms. You gotta yell as loud as you can. Like if you're leaving there and you ain't losing your voice, you did something wrong. But it's like when we get a first down, they do this kind of cheer. It's like a tomahawk chop thing. They go hooah, 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 and the whole crowd does it. Like in unison, right? And then when the defense is on the field, everyone's just yelling as loud as they can. I mean, it was a very high decibel level. I had to put my noise canceling earbuds in because I already have I can't pronounce when your ears ring.
Tinnitus?
I can't pronounce that. Yes, but I have that. So I didn't want to leave there and be cringing. So I put my noise canceling earbuds in just to save my hearing. And it was just an awesome experience. I was watching the game. I was taking pictures of the game, actually used them for thumbnails, and it's not like anyone can hit me with a copyright on that. I took that picture, But and as when the game ended, we had a couple people in front, like, yeah, we got to go. So they left, and then like a minute after they left, the guy goes, "Hey, you guys in a hurry? You want to go down on the field?" We were all like, "Sure." Get back in our seats for a few. Like, I've never been on an NFL field, right?
Yeah.
So we waited for most of the crowd to clear out and get out the way, and then we walked. They walked us down onto the field. We actually had a couple youngins try to sneak in our group to get down on the field, but you had to have a wristband on, right? I can't blame them for trying. You cannot blame them for trying, right?
You
The way
pushed
I
the
would
kid,
go.
David. You pushed him.
And well, when we got down there, they're already like doing yard work. They have these vacuums on the field sucking up the grass that was kicked up from the game and stuff like that. And so we're only allowed on a half, but I went and stood in the end zone. We're like walking around, and the security guard goes, "Hey, there's Steve Young." I was like, "What?" He's like, "That guy in the dress shirt with no jacket, that's Steve Young." And we were like, huh? And everybody, I mean, Steve Young, just everyone who wanted to walk up and talk to him and get a picture, they did. He's a nice guy. But he was kind of in a hurry because there was a young ladies athletic group there, and he wanted to go throw the football around with them and stuff like that, and it was just awesome. And when I was walking on the field, I was like, this stuff's it's cut short like a golfing green, like super short, and it's soft. It's not like the field in my high school. Yeah. You want to break your neck? You could fall. You just fall down. That thing was hard. It's like might as well have been playing on concrete. That dirt was hard. But you walk on that NFL field, it's like soft, kind of squishy. It was awesome.
Did you have the dirt? Like it doubled as a baseball field too, or was it straight grass?
Oh, it was straight grass. This is Santa Clara. Levi's.
Oh no, I'm saying your high school.
Oh, my high school? No, we have a separate baseball field. It was hard too. Like,
yeah,
you want a strawberry or two on your legs. All you gotta do is slide.
Yeah,
But yeah, we got to talk to Steve Young, and on the way out, we're like looking around. We had a couple people run up to us because they like Brian's jacket. Oh, we got us another person joining the stream. Our guy David Corona. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, what's up, man? How you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
What up, man?
Hey,
What
hey.
up?
What's up, Terado?
Hey,
What's up,
Corona.
John
What's
Dave?
up? What's up?
What's
What up,
up?
baby?
What's up, guys?
Ooh, that Bermuda grass. I'm honestly not sure what kind of grass it was. I was thinking it'd be Kentucky bluegrass, but it didn't. I don't think it was the right shade. But But yeah, so going to that game, it was awesome. It was an awesome experience. Shout out to East Coast Red and Gold and Jess, Bex, Ty, and Maddie. They're awesome. Shout out to Bryant because he actually suggested me as someone that could go. I'm glad I went. I booked a flight, which I got thinking about that afterwards. It probably been the same price to drive there as it was to fly there and back. Gas wise, probably be about the same price. And
So
if I plan ahead properly, I can stop and see some sights and do some camping and have me some fun. That's what I'm thinking about doing next time.
So what's your favorite moment when you went to the game?
Shout out to Rams Tears.
Oh hell yeah!
When I got let on the field and met Steve Young was my favorite moment.
Man, I wish I knew you were going to the game. I would tell you to get my ball signed.
Pause.
Dude, that doesn't sound right, David. But I know you mean football.
Yeah, football.
Corona never. Oh man.
Get my bowl signed.
But yeah, there's a bebop. Oh, I keep trying to tap my screen like I'm so used to my tablet. It's not funny, folks. So yeah.
What's up, Crazy Juice?
I am. I got this. I got this new hotness going on.
Me
Captain
too. I'm all over the
Pterodome,
place.
say Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Yeah, Merry
Bebop.
Christmas to you, Bebop.
Merry
Bebop.
Christmas.
So when you went to the game, McNina, was it like cold at night or what? Like
it was a pretty warm day, and you know me, I'm wearing my sleeveless 49er shirt.
yeah,
That's how I roll.
that's
But
right.
I mean, it was like Brian had his jacket on. I was wondering why he had his jacket on, and he's no dummy because there's kind of a breeze and it gets cool.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
that
get
sun
cold.
goes
I
down.
stayed warm, cheering for the game and do all that
Oh.
activity. It's hard to not stay warm,
Oh hell yeah.
Yep.
Did you ever get to go to Candlestick?
No.
Mhm.
Oh, that is like
I
the
almost
greatest
went to Kansas
stadium
City.
ever.
Wow, you brought up chapter 2 though. You know, we're talking about the game. That's chapter 1.
Mhm.
Chapter 2. Going to Cafe M. John Jay, what city was that in? Do you remember?
That was North Berkeley.
North Berkeley.
Yeah, North.
But
What's
yes,
what
not sponsored, YouTube. We
what's
went to Cafe M.
what's good food out there in San Francisco?
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. But you're gonna be in Santa Clara.
Yeah, Santa
You
Clara.
name it, it's awesome. You name it, you can get it.
Great.
But yeah, so you know, we go to Cafe M to meet my guy, Korey Davis. You know, I've been on YouTube with him for years at this point. I mean, I think we go back 3-4 years at this point, you know, and I was hopping on with him. This wall behind me was bare. I had horrible lighting, horrible sound, horrible. It was raw, folks. It was raw. But I was there with my guy, you know.
Yeah.
And
Man, I miss that guy
got
so
to
much.
meet him in person. And Niner Sickness, Beto, he showed up.
Good
you
dude.
know.
Good dude.
So John Jay, I got to meet John Jay in person.
That's my
That'd
guy.
be this guy right here next to me, John Jay.
Mhm.
And you know, it was awesome. Me and Bryant went there and we got to meet him for real, you know. And then as we were going, we were like, Beto asked me, "You ever been to San Francisco?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Well, you guys got time? Let's go."
Mhm.
I was like, "Okay." So we did. We drove to San Francisco. You know, went down Lombard Street. Yeah, you know, we all know what that is. You know, that curvy one that's in all these movies, right?
Yeah.
And you know, it was like as we're cruising down that, we see this guy to the left, and he kind of looked like James Richard Garoppolo. You know, he did. He kind of looked like him. Beto actually goes, "Hey, look, it's Jimmy G." And the dude smiled and like puffed his chest out a little bit. It was funny, you know.
Was it him?
But no, it
Oh.
wasn't. It wasn't him. James Richard lives in Vegas now.
Yeah,
But,
he's gone.
Yeah. So you know we're cruising down Lombard Street and we took a turn and started to head for the Bay Area. You know, the Golden Gate Bridge. So Beto took me over the Golden Gate Bridge, and I got pictures, you know, and stuff of the Golden Gate Bridge. And I looked out, got to see Alcatraz, you know, in person, you know, not just pictures. Got to see Alcatraz there, and it was just plain an awesome day. You know, I got to spend it with Beto, Korey, and Bryant.
Hey, David, in that movie, it's no way they swam across there, right? When you see it up close, nobody could swim from Alcatraz all the way to Pier 37, right?
There's no way you're going to drown, freeze
Hey, they
to death,
did in the movie.
everything.
In the movie,
It's too cold.
Yeah, a movie is a movie.
That water is too cold, man.
Yeah, there's also sharks down there.
I was gonna say that right now too. Is really sharks down there?
Yeah,
It's an actual shark that if you go, because I got to go to Alcatraz and spend the weekend to do like the haunted house thing, and it's like two sharks that actually swim around the prison,
and they feed the food to the sharks.
Where's the little sponge?
And they feed food to the sharks.
Yeah, it was fun. Like
there's a little
I was
sponge.
just trying to catch
I got something to say to Little Spongy.
Yeah, you've been listening to my story,
whatever. Cut. Make it. Give it to me now. Give it to me now.
You cost me.
I'll
You
hear it all.
here she go.
I'll hear
You
it all.
cost me.
I'll
You
hear it
cost
all.
me. You cost me money on the Eagles and Seahawks.
it wasn't Spongy. It wasn't Spongy. It was Drew Lock.
Jeez.
No, actually.
Hey,
I'm not ever picking the Eagles if I have to bet for money.
They might lose to the Giants.
I picked
Okay,
I picked the Seahawks in that game, folks. Just to make the Kings play here.
You already did lose to the Jets. I mean, there's 2 games against the Giants. There's a chance you lose one of them. Maybe
And
not
that's
the one in
probably the
Philly.
last game. I think it'll be
Well,
the
the
last game.
Giants,
if we
the
lose
Giants
today.
haven't won in Philly in like over 10 years. I
Yep.
know a Giants content creator. That's the information he gave me.
Mhm.
So,
No,
but
I think
anyway,
the Niners
so
broke
you know
big.
yep. But we
Like
you know we went over the
broke
Bay
them in
Bridge,
half.
and
I
you know we
can't believe
actually
they had
drove
Matt
through.
Patricia calling game.
Right?
Actually, not. He
I'm
was
sorry.
not bad.
It's Friday, and I'm still thinking back to Monday and seeing that guy on the sideline again. It's just like astounding that these guys keep getting opportunities.
I was
You know-
actually shocked. He actually was not bad. He was not bad.
Well,
I think
anyways,
he could be a mainstay on
so
the defensive side.
so we went over the Bay Bridge, and you know we did cruise through Oakland. I got to check out Oakland, and
Hell
yeah,
there's
yeah.
some
Wasn't
very
it so beautiful, David? Wasn't it so? Wasn't my hometown Oakland? Wasn't it so beautiful and just?
I was just saying there was some serious artistic drawings. Some people call it graffiti on the sides of buildings.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But
I know
there
that
was
one.
some
Did you see
very
the Oakland
well
Clean
done.
that up,
Coliseum?
There were
David.
some
Yeah.
very well
There was-
done paintings.
Yep.
There were,
There were.
Good for
you know,
Did you see the Coliseum?
the Coliseum. No, I did not.
Mhm.
But I did actually flying in. I took a flight to Vegas, and yeah, that was jam packed, folks. That was
Oh yeah.
But and then I went to Vegas to Sacramento. And I got to see the Raiders Stadium, and it might be brand new. It looked like it was 20 years old. I
What
literally had a bird's
Which
eye
one, the
view. I
old
was
one
in
or the new one?
The new one in Vegas?
the new one in Vegas. It literally
Wow.
looked like it was 20 years old. Might
You
be the
serious?
the sand and the dirt that floats around down there, but it did not look like a new stadium. But that was just from my bird's eye point of view. I was looking down, going, "Oh, that's where it is." But yeah, I mean, it was a great time. I got to hang out with Korey and Beto, and like almost all day, and it was awesome.
That was a great day.
Met
That's right.
Beto, met Corey's brother Kurt. He's a great dude,
Mhm.
and yeah, I'm never gonna forget this trip. It's gonna be with me for the rest of my life.
That sucks. That sucks.
That's
He's not
fun.
here, man.
I know.
It does.
So
It
it's
really does.
it's not like the same like without him.
Mhm.
It's really not.
Mhm.
It's
No,
really
it's
not.
not.
Should we get to the business though? Because we got the 49ers Ravens preview thing.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, they're a tough team, man. I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
leaving. I'm leaving Monday morning.
Oh yeah, this guy below me, right here, he's going to the game.
Mhm.
Shout
Oh,
out
wait,
to a former friend of mine,
roll-
dude. He's
roll
got a great
208.
song about that.
Be
Well,
loud.
Corona, if you-
208. Oh, go ahead.
Corona, if you're going, they said if you show up early and one of the lots, they're having a special guest appearance at the game, and they're doing a signing there.
Oh,
It was a
All right.
short that I saw on YouTube right before I came on this, and they were
Yeah.
talking about the 3 key things for people who are attending the game. I don't know what player or players might be there, but if there's like a big thing, like I just wanted to give you a heads up.
I'm going. I'm leaving at 5:00 in the morning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, so there was now I heard something about someone letting go of what was it? Joseph Day, a defensive tackle, Terradome. You familiar
That
with
was
that
the
guy?
Chargers.
No.
Sebastian.
Hey.
Sebastian Joseph Day.
Sebastian Joseph Day. Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, we just signed this guy mid, just probably his depth. But yeah, they just literally cut him.
We put Davis on Kalia Davis on IR, I believe. He's got a serious injury. So we're getting a little thin at the
I think
defensive
he has an
tackle.
ankle injury.
Yeah, we gotta
Kalia Davis.
pick up and get some guys. But I'm not too
He
familiar
does.
with Joseph Day.
I'm
If you got more on
currently
him, let me
looking
know.
for his
Is
football. There
Hargrave
we go.
playing?
Yeah, they said he practiced today.
Hargrave practice?
Yep.
Him and Armstead.
Wasn't
They
it
both
limited?
practiced.
Yeah,
I
they
heard
practiced.
Armstead was out.
I think Armstead was out and Hargrave was limited.
I think
at practice.
what's his name? Waynesy. I think he put it up and he said they did practice today.
Wayne Breezy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He said Wednesday. I can't.
That's my
Like
dyslexic.
a onesie with Wayne.
Wayne Breezy.
Wayne. Yeah, Wayne Breezy.
So Sebastian
something with it.
Joseph Day, 6'4", 310.
Yeah, that dude's a baller, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's good.
Only been in the league 5 seasons. How old is he?
And you might as well get your Super Bowl tickets now because then it's sold out.
Gosh. Yeah, so you can go watch the Eagles play, not your Niners.
It's
It's
not.
gonna be the Ravens and
I literally worked
49ers.
late today to
Talking
make
about
my company so much money that I get like this gigantic bonus this next month, and I plan on,
I don't
buying
think Philly
tickets.
going anywhere. They still trying to figure out how to do drills. Like you got beat so bad that they had to figure out how to do drills.
They're still figuring out if they should cut James Bradbury or not, to be honest.
Right?
You know what? Actually,
Yeah,
that'd be a
they're
good
cooking.
He's
idea.
not a bad player. I mean, he would be.
He
would
He's
be
trash.
better.
He's trash.
He would
Ja-
be better
The whole team's
than
trash.
Kevin Kinlaw, though. I'll say that
James
right now.
Bradbury. Okay, James Bradbury is a good player when his
He's just
team is
old.
good. No. He's a good player when his team is good. Would you let me finish first?
Whoa.
He is a good player when his team is good or he's first there in his first year. Otherwise, he quits. Okay, he did the same thing with the Giants. His very first year there, he completely balled out and gave them something to watch and to actually cheer for. And then as soon as the team failed in his second year and he was no longer new there, he completely quit on his team. And that's exactly what he's doing in Philly right now. It's not easy this year. It's his second year, and he's making personal decisions. It's like 2 seconds away from being George Pickens and completely unblocking for your teammate and just caring only about yourself. Not contributing to the team's success or trying to lift it at all. That's exactly who James Bradbury is a myself over everyone else.
He still has anxiety over the Super Bowl.
Did you guys hear about rumors the 49ers trying to get Sue? Is that
Dominic and Sue?
There's always rumors, buddy. If there's a player available that is half decent, there's always rumors about us involved.
I know
I'll go get that. I'll go get that guy.
I know they were interested in him last year, but then he chose the Eagles.
He went to the Eagles. Yeah,
that didn't work out.
Come back. I think he's gonna come back.
No, he's not.
Yeah, how did that work out? It's like
it worked out pretty well, but
it did.
But you guys didn't finish the job.
Him a Super Bowl ring? Oh, sorry.
Nah, they didn't. They didn't finish the job.
Mind you said Ertz was going to be back with the Eagles. That didn't happen. So don't say it's who's going to your team.
But yeah, so at this point, I'm actually, I think I have let me unlock this. I got the injury report pulled up.
Here's the thing, though.
Javon Hargrave returned to practice, folks. That's
and on Armstead.
That's good news for us. I mean, if we have either one of them, it ups our chances.
Yes.
We did
Agreed.
miss Armstead, Dwelly, Orem Burks, which Flanagan Fowles is a good replacement for him. That's on top of that, we play a lot of nickels, so I don't think that's going to affect us much. Kyle Shanahan says Armstead's a little bit more of a long shot, but we're going to wait and see.
Man.
So he's still not counted out.
Oh, okay.
Does he still have that plantar fasciitis? Or just
He does, but it's actually not that foot that's injured. It's the opposite one.
What about Jake Jackson?
He has tendonitis. They placed him on IR. I don't think we'll see him back.
Damn.
And it's kind of like
Jake Jackson's out for a year. That's been a few weeks old.
Well, so like you know Danny Gray, how he got put on IR with that shoulder injury.
Mm-hmm.
Should be ready to come back, right? I look at Drake Jackson like, is he actually injured? You know what I'm saying?
They just say that.
We got Red Jet. We got Red Jet in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever
What's up,
run a
bro?
parking lot attendant $5. I'll tell you that right now.
Hey, how much is parking at the stadium?
It's $150.
You serious?
Wow.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, damn, that is like SoFi Stadium.
Dude, believe it or not, you might want to text Bryant because he's actually gone to games.
I know. SoFi is 120.
Never that much.
Okay, Damian Lee brings up a good subject here, folks. The tackling that or bad tackling. Is it a mental or physical issue?
I think without Hargrave, it's a mental.
Okay.
I think without Hargrave, it was a mental, but I think now that he's coming back, it should get better.
Yeah, we need that guy.
Hopefully.
Red Jet, are you on Twitter? I'll ask you this when I get you in here.
She doesn't have a Twitter.
Oh.
Last I remember.
I got her. I'll copy her in.
Okay.
Here's the thing, though. The tackling issue. I actually have a little thought about it, right? So remember after the Philly game, how we all kind of got upset the way they were playing Jalen Hurts, and then afterwards you kind of heard Bosa and Fred Warner and Steve Wilkes and everybody else come out in the pressers and say that they kind of game planned it that way, to handle Jalen Hurts. I think it's a slight combination of what they've been slowly doing this year, which is not going for the big flashy sacks and everything else, and trying to not be overly aggressive where we used to get in trouble with the run game that way. And at the same time, I think just sometimes they get really tired, especially now that there's so many injuries. And I think that Steve Wilkes is, or maybe just the players in general, because we lost Burks, we lost Hufunga, we lost Armstead, we lost Jackson, we lost Javon Kindle, I think, was out for a little bit, and all these injuries kept adding up. I think maybe a little bit is that they don't want them to be overly aggressive with the tackling, so that way they don't cost more injuries because we already have the playoff berth sealed up. I mean, at least in my head, that makes sense because it feels like Steve Wilkes is kind of like that coach that's more precautionary than to just ball out every game because he needs to have the pretty stats,
I sent it. Yeah, Red Jet. I sent you the link on IG too. So if you want to check your DMs there.
I bet you if we win the Super Bowl this year, D'Amico should say, damn, I should have stayed one more year.
But I don't think we would be here if we had D'Amico still, because D'Amico never took the secondary seriously.
Oh.
Him and Salah were let's do everything front seven, let's do everything by the linebackers, and the DBs are an afterthought.
Yeah. He's doing good in
Strawberry
Houston.
fluffy cookie, huh? Ooh. Oh, here you go, David. Read that comment.
Parking costs to the stadium. This
Let me
cost
get up.
to the game is
Close.
very damn $100.
Yeah.
Yep.
Easy, please.
That's what you're looking at.
Wow.
It's the tech people.
Thank you for the update.
They go to 49er games. They definitely know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Culps. They're fantastic.
Mhm. I remember.
Do you think it would be smart for Kyle to, like, before we play the Rams, to somewhat rest his starters? Like, give them a little breather?
Oh, I think we're not even getting a car. We're getting an Uber dropping off right in the front of the stadium.
That would be better, David. That would probably be cheaper than parking
Yep.
and driving your car.
Yeah.
But oh geez, you know what, Danielle? It's kind of depends on the situation we're in. We don't know what's going to happen on Christmas. It's going to be a hard fought game. I hope we come out with the victory because then then we're up a game on both the teams that could surpass us. And we got to go to Washington and play the Commanders.
Mhm.
But you never know. Any given Sunday, and they're an NFL team, we can't overlook them. But then we got
You guys are gonna lose that game.
We got to come.
Yeah, right, little
No, we're
Spongy.
not. No,
Don't
we're
get
not.
mad. Don't get mad because you guys lost 3 games in a row.
He's mad. He is mad because we beat his team. But it's okay, little
Spongy.
Sponge. It happens, buddy. Yeah.
Spongy, don't you have
Okay, let
Cardinals
us-
the following week? So you're facing Rich Gannon, and he's gonna take it to your offense.
Jonathan Gannon.
Jonathan Gannon.
No, he's not gonna take care of our offense. I don't want to hear
That's my
Okay.
trap
that.
game. The Cardinals are
Yeah,
going to beat the
nonsense.
Eagles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the-
Cardinals
the
got
Cardinal-
the Eagles
the-
former DC that got him to the
That's
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think the
So-
Cardinals gonna beat the Eagles and the Bears this week.
You
Last
watch out for
year,
those
the
Cardinals.
Eagles-
Those Cardinals ain't nothing to play with.
Jonathan,
That's
you might
Spongy.
know this.
Watch out for them.
Last year, did the Eagles?
I
Right.
know.
Tell them, Pterodon.
Those Cardinals, they jumped up and beat those Cowboys early. Watch out for them Cardinals.
They
tricky.
also had Josh Dobbs playing quarterback.
Yeah, and Josh Dobbs just got set for Nick Mullins. So
Yeah, because he's not playing well
The
on
Red-
the
the Red
Vikings.
Chickens are pissed.
and that
You
at
gotta watch
49ers.
out.
Playing well
Watch
on
out
the
for them.
Cardinals.
Yo, ever since Philly got beat, they come up with like the most random excuses of everything.
I know. I
I
remember Spongy after
Get
the game.
over it.
Spongy after the game,
Jet in the house.
you had the nerve to say that
What's
DK
happening?
Metcalf
What's
should have been
happening?
suspended,
What's
man. You're salty, Spongy.
What did I say?
You said
Salty
DK
Spongy.
Metcalf should be suspended for doing what?
I did not say that. I did not say that, John.
Yes, you did. I have good. I got good photographic memory. I never forget.
The guy on the sideline should be, not DK.
He can't be on the sideline for the rest of the season.
did you see him in the
We're
owner's
not
box
talking-
on
we're
Monday
not
Night
talking
Football?
about
They're
that
like
anymore.
showing
That
him
was
eating.
That was funny. That was funny.
Yeah, we're
No,
not
that-
talking about that anymore. Because
He's like
I was-
Prince's
no,
bodyguard
I'm
chick.
talking-
right?
I'm talking
Got
about
the
the other
McDonald's
guy.
Wi-Fi.
I'm talking about the other guy who shouldered AJ Brown on the sideline.
John Jay, what's happening? Carcast, what's happening? What's going on, kids?
What's
Yeah.
that?
What's going on, Red Jet?
Same
Nice to
old.
see you.
What's good with y'all?
Yeah, we're just we're talking. We're kind of supposed to be doing a Ravens, pregame, but it's kind of gone off, off topic a little bit.
It's
We're
supposed
talking
to.
about the Eagles
Friday
again
night.
for some reason. I don't know why, because we beat them.
Right.
Okay, I
And
Okay.
little
Okay.
Spongy's crying. Little Spongy's crying like a big baby.
Hey, do you
Hey,
guys
baby.
think if Kyle utilized Kittle more in the slot,
He needs tissue.
that would help more?
You don't, David.
Danielle, I like it. Like kind of like the cheat. There's all kinds of teams that actually use their tight ends in the slot, and we really don't see it much out of Kittle. Normally he's right on one of the tackles, and a lot of that has to do with our pass protection. I think Kyle wants him to chip the defensive end on his way out, but I wouldn't mind seeing it, and I mean put Juice out there on the end of the tight end if you gotta chip someone. He can chip someone.
True
right?
that. Yeah, unless you ask Melissa.
I know.
I am not going there. I am not going to spend an hour having to defend myself because that is ridiculous, and it only gets me aggravated. And it's almost Christmas, and Pterodome, I love you to death. And any other time of the year, I would happily come on your show and have this out for however long you want to do it. But not right now, not during my favorite season.
You ain't gonna go there.
Not
Hey, Pterodome, you want me to come in?
The only thing I want to really go at is finally sticking it to these goddamn Ravens who've been pissing me off since Ray Lewis and that freaking dumb Super Bowl, and how every year I've had to hear my brother bring up again that we would not have been in that game if not for the freaking power outage which the Niners had like mafiosos committing. And then the following Thanksgiving, we had to have the John Harbaugh Thanksgiving Bowl, which was another pain in the ass Thanksgiving game. Like, this has been building up, and then we have that freaking 2019 rain game at M&T Bank Stadium, and we lost the game because Robbie Gould couldn't stand not being in the goddamn game, and his perfection elite kicking had to freaking go make the kicks off his goddamn injury in like one of the most important games, and he could not freaking make a goal to save his goddamn life. And no, so right now the only revenge on my goddamn mind is sticking to the Ravens and winning by double digits.
My brakes stopped working.
Hey, and I'm the one complaining about my team.
My brakes stopped working.
In Melissa's defense, they did cheat us out of the greatest Super Bowl comeback in history.
Frustration, and this has been a year of finally getting goddamn revenge. Like that is what
I have with
we needed.
It's what it over God
did. What have revenge for?
And we're live, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on?
Spongy, you guys have not had a repeat champion in 19 years. There is no thing to be revenge about.
Why are we fighting with a 14-year-old? I'm done.
Hey, Sponge, your thoughts? Sponge, you like my picture, bro?
Melissa, that's not what I'm saying.
Hey, Sponge, you like my picture, bro?
Sponge, isn't a curfew?
Okay.
Oh, not the curfew.
What do you have to be?
Because you said it's not complaining, it's anger and frustration. I said I have that with my team too, but supposedly it's crying whenever.
Yeah, but but Spongy, see, this is years. And games and legacy.
David
like you don't understand as a Niner fan. We loved Patrick Willis.
What happened?
Like, okay,
let's hear it.
He was like the living heartbeat of so many fans. And the one thing we couldn't control was his health with his feet, and he had to retire early because of that. And all that time while he was dominant, and we knew how well and how perfect he is, and every year we root for him to be in the Hall of Fame, you forget that he is like an afterthought now to people behind Ray Lewis, who also wore 52, or Clay Matthews, who wore 52, or people put him behind Luke Kuechly, who had a similarly long career, but people put Luke Kuechly over Patrick Willis. Like, these things are long, and they don't forgotten, and they just keep building up. And like with the Seahawks game, like, we've beaten the Seahawks a bunch of times recently, but it was a special added something when it's Thanksgiving. It was their first time hosting Thanksgiving, and it was in their building after what happened in the championship game. Like, these things are not just like petty little things. These are things that redefine fan bases and are long overdue waited for moments that are remember and be like cherished memories in forever. And it's even more special because now we're a community, so it's not like we're each individually enjoying these moments. Now we get to share it together, whether we're from California or Utah or Virginia or New Jersey or wherever we're from. Like that's what makes these moments even more special because it's all together, banded together, and we're celebrating it together. I'm sorry, I'm shut up
Amen.
now.
Red Jet, you got something?
Okay, all right, Red
I
Jet, you
was,
got something?
I was. That's why I said it in the comments. I was just gonna wait because if you would interrupt Melissa, it's like coming in after the street lights come on. So I'm just gonna let. I'm gonna let that go because I'm not
Hey,
stupid.
John.
I'm trying to go to the prom. If y'all don't mind, but I was still. I'm dead.
Yes, sir, John
What
Jay. Yes,
she's
sir.
what she's saying is that's what we've all been talking about. We've been waiting 30 years. She is the 30-year reason why we are pissed. We are tired of being tired. Okay, this has been
Oh
going
boy.
on since 2019. It's been too much. Almost shoulda, woulda, coulda, never happened. So I'm all right. I'm gonna go back in the house now.
So welcome to the stream. We got
The jet is
we got
fueled.
two YouTube ghosts right now, but the one on the bottom that would be Levi. He may
Howdy,
be
howdy.
in the gym at this point.
Levi.
What's
Can
going
y'all
on,
hear
buddy?
me?
Hey, Levi.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey,
I'm
Levi.
in the gym
Yes,
right
he is
now.
a Ravens content
Oh, what's
creator.
up,
If you're not
Levi?
familiar
What's
with him,
cracking?
hopefully everyone is.
Hey, Levi. You're my boy,
Yeah.
but on Monday night it's all business.
Hey,
Woo! Whoa, John
hey, I
Jay.
got a saying: knock them down, but help them up.
Nah, bro. Standing on
Hey, good
business,
luck.
bro.
Good luck
Standing
in the
on
game,
business.
man.
Hey, Levi,
Yep.
Levi,
I'm just hoping for no injuries is my big thing.
Levi, you ever seen Harlem Nights?
Uh-oh.
Wait,
Hey,
that
do you
sounds
bet?
familiar.
Do you bet on the game?
Get it, Pterodome.
Yep,
Oh, here we go. Want to bet? Want to bet? Want to
he
bet?
says,
Want to bet?
don't
Wanna
take
bet?
this
Wanna bet?
So, all right.
personal.
Actually, I got a fun one for y'all. So, in my stream, I actually have this bot that gives loyalty points, and I can actually use loyalty points to bet on the game. So, when I go live on Monday, if y'all join in, I can manually add points to viewers, and you can make an official bet using loyalty points on the channel.
Oh
You
wow.
serious?
Yeah.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
actually, it's, by the way, guys, I'll tell you about it. It's got some fun little stuff. Like my people can actually play little fun games. They can roll 1d100 dice. They can play like slots essentially as well. There's like a fun little heist game, like a pirate heist game. And basically loyalty points are awarded for every 5 minutes the viewers are in my channel, as well as things like memberships, super chats, follows, things like that. It's a good way to engage with your viewers and play little fun games with them.
Oh, hell yeah.
For all the other content creators there in here.
Like frequent flyer miles.
Basically, and of course, like I said, I can manually adjust anyone's loyalty points. I can literally just be like, all right, guys, I'm giving 100, loyalty points to everyone in chat right now, and pump everybody up, kind of. It's fun. It's all through Streamlabs, by the way, all free.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh.
Yep. Check it out.
I might have to check that
so
out.
I'm looking at the. Is this the final injury report I just looked at? I think it is.
Yeah, they just
And
released it a while ago. I
we
retweeted
got
the Baltimore
Javon
Ravens.
Hargrave, buddy. He is practiced. At this point,
Tariq
it's like
Armstead is looking like a no-go, correct?
they're calling him a game time decision, but I honestly thinking he might not. But either way, if we have one of those guys, that instantaneously makes us better in the middle. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Little Sponge, where you at?
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to get my Bluetooth stuff hooked up here.
Hey,
It's not
Levi, can I ask
cooperating
you a
tonight.
question?
No, I got huh? Yes.
I was wondering if I could ask Levi a question.
Of course.
Sorry, little Sponge.
I watch a lot of ESPN lately, and there's this kind of like topic coming up a lot recently because they're like hyping this up as a Super Bowl preview. So
Right.
what do you make out of the comments where they're comparing your two linebackers to our two linebackers? With
Are you
Patrick
talking about
Queen
Roquan
and
Smith,
Roquan
Patrick
Smith.
Queen, and Fred Warner?
Yeah.
I mean,
And
Fred
Drake
Warner
Greenwood.
technically, I believe, leads the NFL actually in PFF grade, if I'm not mistaken. While Roquan, of course, is walking on greatness himself, Fred Warner is too. Patrick Queen actually in a contract year, disheartening for Raven fans. 4 of our free agents are predicted to be on.
Oh, we may have lost. We may have lost Levi. He's in the gym though. If you didn't notice by the the sound.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry if it keeps cutting out. I mean, Patrick Queen before Roquan Smith's arrival was not playing that well, to be honest with you. So I mean, I don't know. Comparing them to, I think they play a little bit different. I don't know. Like, I think we got the better duo, but only by a slight difference.
Yo, that Madubuike on the front is crazy good.
And that's the #1 free agent for the Ravens.
I got to welcome to the show my guy, Captain Jason Massey. He's got one of the most awesome 49er hats ever on his head right now.
Captain.
Oh, the captain's in the building. The captain.
Oh,
Aloha. Hello.
What's up?
What up, everybody? I had to take a little break after our show before I jumped in here with you guys.
Good show, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Had to get that pee break.
All good, Well, we're doing a kind of a 49ers Ravens pregame. And at this point, our injury report isn't looking too bad. Lenore practiced, full participant. That is fantastic news.
And
it looks
the
like
final one won't
Hargrave's
be
going to
until
be
tomorrow,
back.
What's up,
by
bro?
the way. What's up, David?
How you doing?
It's a Monday night game. The final injury won't be until tomorrow.
Yep. But Hargrave, either way, Hargrave's back at practice, buddy.
Yeah.
So now we're just waiting to see what happens with Armstead. And that should be interesting, honestly.
I'm just hoping
I see hot work because I see hot work right now. We need it. Just saying.
Well, dang, how'd that happen? But no, I was just looking at my YouTube. What do they call that? It's not my YouTube channel on YouTube, but it's like
YouTube
oh
studio.
geez, yes, the studio. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The brain isn't working today. I work too hard.
Yep. We all work too hard.
Oh man, dude! Like I don't know. Have I ever told you guys what I do for a living?
No.
Oh.
Wow.
You said wow.
I think you said you're a fork.
I make aircraft parts. I make aircraft.
Yeah, he works for
and
El
normally in this, while you're doing this, you have a specialty.
You work for
you're a
Shrimp Boy Town.
machinist.
Just say it.
Yeah. You're a sheet metal technician.
Chapo.
You're an assembly technician. You make wiring harnesses. You could be a painter. You could be, work in the metal finishing department. There's heat treat. There's all this to it. And my specialty is all of it. Like
that means
they pay good money.
You're in a union, aren't you?
Yep.
I know we actually don't have unions here in Utah. UPS has a union in Utah, but that I think FedEx might, but that's about it. Not sponsored.
You're out in Utah?
They pay good money, McNina?
Oh yes.
Utah.
Technicians like me are really hard to find, because they can like wherever something's lacking, they can put me in that area,
Hey guys, I want to show you this.
Run a machine. I can make a sheet metal part. I can assemble a part. I can heat treat. I can paint. I can.
What the heck? What are you doing?
That's so disrespectful.
It wasn't me. It's my complex likes to play little jokes. Last time it was up on the rock wall back there. I just noticed,
Oh,
like he's
yeah.
sitting there watching me work out.
I also do shop maintenance, and I fix the machines when they break. Like,
Nice.
you'd be surprised with some of the stuff I'm able to do.
So if the engine
that's what
goes,
I do for a living, you know.
if the engine goes
Oh, hell
out,
yeah.
they call you and stuff, David.
Well, it's not necessarily if the engine goes out. It just depends on what happens. Like you know, a machine, while it's machining metal, it has a conveyor. It moves the chips out the way, right? We had one machine that was alarming because the chips weren't moving. I literally had to disassemble the whole conveyor and rebend all the sheet metal flaps back so it actually grab them. You know, and 3 machinists, like these guys they haven't been doing it very long. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna say they have an issue because they don't. They haven't been doing this very long. But 3 machinists looked at it and they're like, "Well, I don't know what's wrong." And then I take one look at it and like, yeah, I got to disassemble this thing and bend everything straight because it ain't gonna grab any chips. So, you know, I do all kinds of different stuff. Like today, actually, I worked late. I got sent down to the capital city of Utah, which would be Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake.
And
Damn.
I had to look at some very expensive parts that were at a finish shop. And last time they like dumped a rack over. I mean, something happened. They all got damaged. And I had to take a hardened piece of tooling steel and a hammer and reshape the metal to get everything to actually pass dimensionally and send it back down there for touch up and fixing. But, you know, I had to go back down there and inspect these same parts because that was something that the owner just said, these have to be right. I don't even want them picked up unless they're right. And he pointed at me and said, send him.
You're the man, McKnight.
Yep.
Dude, I'm working late on a Friday. Now, thank God, holidays going on. There's a lot of closed down companies, and the traffic wasn't bad, you know. So on a normal business day, on Friday down there, I would have been an extra hour in traffic. But traffic was light. Businesses were closed. People were already home or doing at the shopping mall or whatever they're doing. So shout out to Christmas, you know.
Yeah, because
speaking of Merry Christmas, everybody in the chat.
Like,
Merry Christmas.
do y'all not know that Christmas is Monday? Like, did y'all not know
Happy
that?
Christmas.
December's over.
No, actually,
December's over.
So
It's
I
over,
scheduled the
pretty
day after Christmas off, and I,
Smart
you
man.
know, well, we have the late game. I'm gonna watch it. And
I got
I'm
2
gonna
games.
celebrate
Thank God.
if we
I got-
win. So,
Can
I got
we-
the Niners and
we
the
just take-
Warriors. Like Jesus.
Can we
That's
just
great.
take a moment to like appreciate that we're on ABC and we're not one of these exclusively on Peacock games or NFL Plus games?
Even if
I
they
can't
were,
believe they
Melissa,
sold the
we
playoff
still get
games
it.
to.
We still get it. Even if it's on
I-
Peacock,
I
Prime,
know,
it don't matter.
it's-
As long as it's
Wait,
we
it's
get it.
ABC is Fox.
ABC
No.
is
ABC is
So the
Channel
game
4.
ain't gonna be on Fox. So I get to watch it.
Oh,
It's on
no.
Channel 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Whatever
gonna
ABC is
say-
in your state, country, whatever, yeah, you get it.
But
I watch
Well,
it
no,
on
I got
You're-
Direct TV, and they cut ties with like Fox and heck of other people. So like, I'm like, can I just get a game that's not on Fox?
But-
ESPN, so ESPN is ABC, which is the parent company of Disney. So
Parent
it's,
company.
yeah, so it's an ESPN game on ABC.
But what I'm
But
saying is
Chelsea,
like it doesn't matter.
it's
like
different for
no
you.
matter where
Yeah,
you
but it's
are,
different for
you're
you
gonna get
because you're from.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're from
It
California.
don't matter.
I'm
You
from
can
New
still
Jersey.
say it in Nevada. It don't matter.
Oh no,
Nobody's from
I do
California.
not live in California no more. You know, it costs like a quarter of a million.
I get stuck with some of the worst football ever. I get Giant games and I
I'm
get
in Arkansas.
Yeah.
I don't gotta worry about all that. I just use Stream East. Just streams every game. Yeah.
Or I can just,
Or
you know, NFL.
or YouTube it. It's on YouTube too. YouTube
Yeah, I just
Live.
use
Well,
Streamies. It's like a
I'll be at the
third-party
game,
oh,
so
I think I
that's
got. I think I
even
got
better.
two
Yeah,
people
if you
waiting
don't
to
have
get
either
in.
one,
Hold
you
on.
can get that on YouTube.
Who do we
Yeah.
got here?
Yep.
Oh, we
Exactly.
got Darwin Waving. Do I have 10 in? I have 10 in.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yep.
5,
I have
6, 7,
10.
8, 9,
Yeah.
10.
Yeah,
Oh, you got
10.
10.
Since
Yep.
I did the show earlier, I'll jump out so that other people can jump in.
No, you're
So-
all right. Well, if you want to, you can. I mean, we're not going to be going like all night.
I said other
So,
people, they didn't do their shows today, so I'll jump out.
Is there going to
all
be a
right,
second
buddy.
one?
Thanks for
tonight?
coming, Jason.
Good
I
night.
100%
Happy
appreciate
holidays.
you,
Bye,
buddy.
Merry Christmas to
Jason.
you.
Buddy.
Later on, Jay.
The guy with the best 49er hat ever.
All right.
Right there.
Bro,
So,
I'm telling you.
Brother.
The
Mahalo.
captain of
Him and
my-
See you later,
Pterodome,
Captain.
Fitted Capsy
Captain.
on point, man.
Hello.
All right.
He
Pterodome,
has a
man.
nice
The hat
collection of
game,
hats,
the hat
though.
game, Pterodome. You gotta, the hat game just slick with
Levi's
it.
back.
Gracias. Gracias.
De
Gracias.
nada, papi
It
chulo,
sounds
de
like
nada.
some weights are
De
flying.
nada.
How about say, am I back? Sorry.
No, you're not. I'm joking.
Mi hablo español.
Can you hear me?
Muy malo.
No, I can hear you, man. I can hear you.
Yeah, I know. I'm
So anyway, speaking of the Niners Ravens, Darwin, why we got you here?
Yes, sir.
Did you see anything on the injury report that concerns you on your team?
Question.
Actually, the Ravens got a lot of really good news with their injury report. The only guy that's still on injury report fully is Jalen Armour Davis, actually. Arthur Mollett, of course, did not participate today, but we expect that just to be a rest day kind of deal. OBJ was on the report for 2 days this week, Wednesday, which is an unofficial injury report, and then, of course, Thursday with illness. Sorry.
And Mark Anderson is out for the season, no?
Yep, Mark Andrews is out for the season. Of course, Isaiah likely
that's
going to
right.
take over there. But the real story, of course, is Malik Harrison, the third string inside linebacker for the Baltimore Ravens, coming back. Without him, they have struggled so hard in their outside zone containment. So much so, even John Harbaugh in his press conference earlier today, we watched that live, and he talked a little bit about how important it was to get him back for that run base package, basically. Also, Baltimore Ravens getting a little bit of good news. Malik Ham, undrafted rookie free agent, really showed some flashes in the preseason, finally coming back from IR, as well as Demarion Pepe Williams, potentially, who was originally slotted to be the starting nickel corner for the Baltimore Ravens. And, so we're hoping to get him back as well. So nothing but good news, hopefully.
Dang, I mean, that's
Ooh. So Juwan Jennings, our slot receiver, is still in concussion protocol. That's kind of concerning.
Yeah, he's not coming.
Yeah.
Ronnie Bell.
It is Friday. It is Friday though.
Bell
So
is out too.
that's a saving grace.
Is he?
Got
Oh
some-
man, that's tough.
What about Ray? What about Ray Ray?
This is the one game
He's
I
still on
really,
punishment.
really want Juwan Jennings to be part of, but I don't want them to rush him back because
I don't
he's
see
just too
Bell
important.
listed on the injury report.
Is Bell injured? I don't think he.
I don't think Ronnie Bell's injured
I
at
don't think
all.
he's injured. I don't
Someone
know.
said he was. So I thought he was. I thought someone
I
said
think
he
he's
was.
just
I was
hurt.
just making
What
sure.
was that?
I was
Last
making sure
incident.
because that would be very concerning because he's like he's a good wide receiver 3. So
Hey, Melissa.
it's probably going to be that next year anyway. But we're not worried about that right now, are we?
That's not the
No.
Ronnie Bell from
Yes.
Michigan, is it? The rookie?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
of you guys will be worried about it. I'm just saying, some of you guys will be worried about it because you'll be knocked out of the playoffs.
You might have
Stop
to double
hating.
check me,
Stop hating,
but
though.
it's just one of those fun ones we talked about on my draft special. Ronnie Bell caught my eye at the combine with a one-handed catch, and I was like, you know what? I'd take a shot on him. And lo and behold, over on y'all's
So
roster.
you were trying to add something?
Yeah, he's good.
So
Just
little
not on
sponge,
punt returns.
if the stars align, buddy, we will not only be able to face the Cowboys and send them home, but we'll get you guys again in the NFC Championship game, and
Hell
we'll
yeah.
send you home.
Hell yeah.
If the stars align.
And you guys coming to our house.
Yeah, come on here. Come
But
on
you
out and
never
see us
know-
throw them
you
bottles
never
out
know
of
what's
bottles
gonna
out
happen.
Ray
here.
Lewis ain't there no more, so I just want to
Like,
say
look,
I
look
have
at
a
Come
the
on
hatred
out
for
and see
Baltimore.
us.
look
Like
at the
you
team I
don't
love
get
to
it.
hate,
Well,
the
well, let's see.
Rams.
Sue ain't
You
with
know,
y'all. Reed ain't with y'all. Lewis ain't with y'all. So a couple of them not with y'all no more. Ooh, y'all need
That's
Like
how they
they
won. That's
cheated
how they
us
won
out of
that
the
Super
greatest
Bowl
Super
because Ray
Bowl
Lewis.
comeback history.
They want to
They
give it to Ray Lewis
cheated.
before he retired.
They cheated.
Yeah,
Like I
I
get
can't
it.
argue. I can't argue with that. But why y'all turn the lights off too? I ain't gonna deny Ray Lewis might have
Oh,
been on
y'all
some
turned the lights
HGH.
out.
Ray Lewis might have
No,
been on some HGH. I ain't
you
gonna
turned the
debate
lights
that.
off.
oh
Like,
That was
golly,
Beyonce.
man.
He did it.
That was
He said we
Beyonce.
did
She
it.
was trying to help us out, and then y'all just ooh Lord.
There's just a
You
maintenance
know that
person
was
that
a
was a
flag
49er
in the
fan that
end
said,
zone,
"Whoops."
See how he smiled? He did it.
right?
He
you
did it.
gotta let him play. You gotta let him play.
No, Ray Lewis was
Actually,
holding
Ray
big
Lewis
time.
got bailed out in that. So Ray Lewis played outstanding the entire playoff run. Actually, in the Super Bowl, he got saved by Danielle Ellerby, the former
He
59
sure
undrafted rookie
did.
free agent.
He
I
sure
know, but
did.
he was holding Crabtree the whole time. That should have been a flag. We get the ball on the 1 yard line. We got
Eh,
Frank Gore, the running back. We
there was
score. We
tons of
win.
flags that should have
Free,
been called. They just
free.
let him play. You know.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
let
that's
him.
true.
No,
They let,
no, the
they
ref
let
had
him
Ray
manage.
Charles syndrome. That's what happened. Like I get it, Ray was retiring. I get it, but
Yeah, yeah. I ain't even gonna argue with that. It's like how Peyton Manning went out. Peyton Manning was so as someone that started school for nuclear medicine, I had these talks with my anatomy teacher who was an avid football fan. And we talked about the side effects of HGH being the increased growth of the frontal part of your skull. And of course, Peyton Manning's skull showed obvious signs of HGH, which is banned by the NFL. And of course, right after he won, he got tested positive, but the NFL decided to let it slide because he was retiring.
Mm.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Dropping bombs.
I have a fun question for all the Niner fans.
go ahead,
We're gonna play
Queen.
you guys. We're gonna play you guys again, part 2 in the Super Bowl.
Just run me
You know,
my fade. Run me my
Happen.
So
fade.
It's
for
That's
not gonna
it.
happen.
so for all my
Yeah,
Niner
right,
fans,
little Spongy.
You know what,
You
y'all
guys
was
not
really
gonna make it
funny?
in the first round. Little Spongy, you
I
guys
don't
gonna lose.
think y'all can hear
I think someone's
Melissa.
trying to ask all y'all a question.
I know. Yeah. So someone's asking a
Melissa
question.
was.
Oh, sorry about that.
What
She
are you saying,
muted.
Melissa?
Go ahead.
so for all my Niner fans, who do you think picks off Lamar on Monday? Is it Jair Brown or Deshaun Gibson? And which one do you think has a chance to run it back? I feel like now that they got that pick six monkey off their back, it might actually start happening more often now. It feels like there's like a little healthy competition, especially since Fred Warner stole an interception from Jair Brown. That it's kind of like a mission that the safeties are on to like kind of like outduel each other in like a friendly, good, complimentary way. So I wanted to ask you guys, who do you think which safety has a bigger chance of that happening on Monday?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if it's Gibson or I don't know. That's tough. Who will get an interception with our safeties?
It depends if we even get one, you know?
I've been asking the question,
Yeah.
has Jair Brown resulted in better coverage for the San Francisco 49ers secondary? No disrespect to Mafunga, but I think Jair Brown might just have a little more range.
I tend to agree with that.
Because
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Deshaun
Yeah.
Gibson is going to retire soon, and that means that we have two young, healthy safeties going further that they don't have to be the same. That's what made Tart and Ward work well, was because they were both different, but they both excelled in what they did. And that's kind of what you want. You don't want it just to be Talanoa by himself doing what he does and not have somebody back there to cover for the corners. You want that kind of hopeful longevity where you don't have to constantly bark and bin for these older veterans like the way we've been doing for corner and safety so long. Like this is what you were hoping for, like to have those younger players that complement each other, and we're getting that right now with the Amador, Lenore, and Ambry at the corner, and this is kind of what you're hoping for to maybe nail a pick or to pick up a pick to complement what you already have that's young and healthy and can play together and build together. So for me, I think that's a good thing. that he's different.
Oh yeah, because there was a little worry, if I'm not mistaken, about them overlapping role wise a little bit when he was drafted.
Yeah, and I also think it's healthy that Jair Brown is like, I mean, he kind of has like the Pennsylvania like attitude and the Jersey attitude where he actually called Fred Warner out right away in the presser, and he said, "I'm never letting this guy steal another interception from me again." Like, and that's not something that Talanoa has. Talanoa is like this really fun guy who is completely opposite when he comes to pressers. He doesn't have like that overly rigid attitude, like Jair Brown still hold on to all the schools that didn't give him a chance, that overlooked his talent, and
Got that chip on his shoulder.
where he was drafted, like how like Ross St. Brown says that he read that Beckham does 200 catches after every practice, so he decided.
Lamar counts every season how many quarterbacks were taken ahead of him.
Receiver comes before him. Like those kind of things, like that makes a player different, and you need some of those guys who are the fun-loving guys and who have attitude on the field, but they're fun-loving, and then you have to have those like dogs that get in their head and they don't let up, and that's what makes Fred Warner and Drake Greenwood so special, because Fred is Fred, but he's Fred Warner, and you need someone that has that dirty, angry, violent, but unselfish player who will be there to be at the ball first, who will do all the sloppy work, and that's what Drake Greenwood does. Like, they complement each other, and that's what makes this defense so rare, is that it's not just one kind of player anymore.
Oh my God!
You also
these comments,
like all these like them talking about like who's drafting in front of them. Jalen Hurts has his screensaver on his phone as him walking out from the Super Bowl. That's more of like a revenge thing to go out and get him next time. It's.
We got the gym special coming.
You guys not the same how you guys were last year. Little Spongy.
And George Kittle has his
okay, David. Whatever. I don't care.
Moment,
yeah, stop crying like stop crying like a baby. Stop crying like a baby.
I didn't ask.
I know you are, but what am I?
Fucking ego suck ass.
We all remember George Kittle's comments at the Super Bowl, right? His mic'd up moment of "I will be back here. I will be back here with a vengeance." Like that's what makes the special players special. They don't have to have a Richard Sherman thing where he invents like some guy not shaking his hand before a game. Like, they have their internal drive and their internal focus, and they can work both as a single player and as a team player, and that's what makes this team so special. And this is why I am so excited for this run, because as much as it might hurt some of these guys that they lost the Super Bowl in 2019, like, Trent Williams has never been to a Super Bowl. This is a generational player, and he's never been to a Super Bowl. Like, I want him to have at least the experience of being in Super Bowl, to be part of Radio Week, to have that glory, and to have people properly give him his due. Like, more than I want it as a fan, I want it for the players. Like, it kills me that these guys never got it. And like, and as much as it hurts that they lost, like, the fact that someone like Trent Williams has never even been to a Super Bowl, it's astounding to me.
And he might have to take that revenge on the Ravens again, part 2.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Jet. Are you holding number 1, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm holding number 1 because I'm just holding. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the street lights. We're talking about we're talking about not getting to the Super Bowl and winning it or getting that far. We've been talking about that for 5 years. to Spongy's credit, at least he saw his team go. I know they didn't win either, but at least he saw his team. So most of the young
I did
bloods
see
that
my
are
team
fans
win
in our
one time.
fan base,
Ooh.
that's what
Oh,
I'm saying. But for our fan base, but see, we've gone one time, or since in the last 5 years, we've gone one time and got our feelings hurt. So who do we blame for that? Are we going to keep living in the past, or do we going to stick to this game Monday night? We still got 2 more after that, and then we go to the playoffs, and then we go to the Super Bowl. We got a long way to go, y'all. We got a good 4, 5, 6 games before we even get to Vegas.
Mhm.
And I'm
You
kind
ain't
of sick of
lying.
shoulda, woulda, coulda shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but I mean, we got at least 4 more games. We got to get past Monday night
Mhm.
before we can even. Because I'm looking on YouTube, right? I'm seeing these like simulations of the Super Bowl that ain't even happened yet.
Mhm.
I'm looking at Baltimore and and the 49ers in the Super Bowl in the simulation. Okay. I'm like, we're not even there yet. Yeah, okay, I see the logo, and we're not there yet. It's
Mhm.
December, not January 30th.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Ray
Stop me
Lewis
when I'm
once said,
wrong. Like,
"Smile. It's a 60-minute ball game."
Plus,
thank you.
Well,
That part. Like,
maybe the Niners need to be humbled. Our fan base, I know, like I feel like they took what Shannon Sharp said, understandably, what he said. It gave us, but it's just like I get so
Well,
sick of
y'all
this
saw
thing.
what Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk, said today or yesterday, right?
well, what do you say now?
What do you say now?
what do you
Wow.
say?
Oh, dude, he went off talking how the 49ers are going to dismantle the Ravens, and if this is a Super Bowl preview, it's a shitty, basically like a crap Super Bowl. Like he talked so much smack,
Well,
like
he
bulletin board
doesn't
material for the
he
Ravens.
doesn't like the Niners.
They
Like
think
So
ahead.
delusional.
he
But,
doesn't
but
like
he's
the
being
Niners.
delusional. He's not even talking about he's not talking about people that are injured. We're not talking about people
Agreed.
that are not
I was like,
playing.
yo, what
We're
is
not
he
even there
smoking?
yet. Like
Remember, he
Can
doesn't
we
like
just
the
take it
Niners.
one game at a time? Just one
Like,
game at a time.
delusional Niner fan.
One game.
I know, like
Yo,
Mike
One
Florio.
game
Mike
at a
Florio
time.
is just
We're
like
not there
a lot of
yet.
people.
Wow.
They have too
you
much
know,
opinions
I
about
here's my
Niners.
opinion. I would gladly lose this game if I can win the next rematch, which I expect to be Super Bowl. But that's my view on it.
Yeah,
I just think that if we just do what we need to do and just stay on this energy, that's what got us 6-0 in the first place. That's what got us 5-0 in the first place. I know we slid 0-3, but we're here. Now we're here. We have a good chance to take this game and take it by their necks. Literally, we have a chance to go to Washington to do the same thing. We have the chance for those sorry ass Rams to come back to our house and do the same thing we did to them at Levi South.
Oh yes,
100%.
You know,
Y'all keep
And we
talking
and we
about
take
the
and we take
Rams.
them
But
out of the playoffs.
oh
you guys
man.
feel
no, we
like
have
one thing I want y'all to understand is stop calling these dudes sorry ass Rams. At the end of the day, these dudes did something that we have not accomplished at all. As much trash as we talk about the Rams, they got a bowl before us. So obviously they
their own
weren't that
house.
sorry. Like we gotta figure it out. Like, yep,
They
stop
got
throwing
they
shade,
got
bro.
lucky.
The thing
They got
is like,
lucky.
Well,
no,
like,
they really didn't. They did what they were supposed to do. That's why they got there and we didn't. And now they're 7-7. But see, now they're fighting for their playoff rights. They're playing for that, their rights and their lives. They're 7-7 for a reason. Well, 8-7 now, but neither here nor there, or whatever it is. 7-7,
Yeah, but
right?
So that brings up something that you mentioned when you first came on. How many players do you actually think that they sit? Because Sean McVay is something that Kyle Shanahan always takes seriously. And he is like, out of all the disciples that were with him with his father, he loves sticking it to McVay more than anybody. Like, I can see Fred Warner being sat. I can see Eric Armstead, especially with all his like feet injuries, being sat. And I could see maybe like a Christian McCaffrey being sat week 18 if things are looking well for us. But I don't think that everybody gets sick because that just is that one game that he like overly has to like try to nail against his friend all the time. Like, so like who would you like literally see sitting for that game? Whether we have the first seat
The
tied up
Rams.
or not.
Talk about which game? This Monday night,
Well,
the
week
Rams.
18, because like you brought that up, and I was curious. Like you were asking who would be sat. It, do you think? And that's who I could see. Like a few of those people.
So if the number one seed is not yet determined and it needs week 18, you play your team. If the Niners somehow get the number one seed and Kyle decides to rest his starters and decides to take the L again, there's a lot of hypothetical when it comes to week 18. There's a reason why the NFL sets up that the last game, you play against your division, because in the past, teams that were bad, they would just give up, and it was bad for the product. So the Rams are going to be playing their hardest against us. Whatever the situation is in the NFL, I'm a fan that looks at like this: put the best product out there, play it. If the Niners want to give up a game because we got the number one seed, I wouldn't do that, because one time Indianapolis, they were 14-1. They played Peyton Manning and the offense for one half. In the second half, they just gave up. They let the team, whoever they played, destroy them in the second half. In the NFL, you win games. It's not about, oh, we're good, let's rest our players. Do you want to win or do you want to lose? And football players.
I mean, well, to Jay, to your credit too, it's like we could talk shit about the Ravens, the Rams. It don't matter. Every team to us is the sorry ass team, right? Until we get complacent and then we lose. To your credit, you know what I mean? And someone else said it, like they got it. We don't. We've been almost got. We got there, but we didn't win it. We shoulda, woulda, coulda. We're not an excuses kind of a team. We've never been that team. We are a 5-time franchise for a fucking reason. We didn't make excuses when we won them then. Why we make excuses when we almost won it? Who gave up that 10-point lead in Miami against Kansas City?
Love that man mindset, by the way. I'm gonna tell you right now, when I play games, I never blame my teammates. My first thought, when even if I'm telling you, my teammate makes the worst play in the world, my first thought is, man, I should be good enough to carry him, and I just keep that mindset constantly in everything I do in life. And I'm telling you.
Do you guys remember the Eagles game, like the first quarter? Like how everybody was panicking until we realized, I realized that Kyle had a strategy to let them swing first to see what he can counter with. Do you see him doing that in the Ravens game?
If it comes to it, yeah. If it comes to it, hell yeah. Something's got to give, because this team is coming. And Tardome and I talked about it yesterday. Remember, what did I say, Tardome? He's a crackhead. Lamar Jackson.
You gotta give credit to Kyle Shanahan.
You ain't catching a crackhead.
He produces easy looks for the offense by forcing communication issues on the defense constantly. The stat, if I remember correctly, Kyle Shanahan uses pre-snap motion at 80% of the time, compared to the Baltimore Ravens 59%, somewhere in that range. So it's one of those ones. The Baltimore Ravens this year have been one of the best defenses in communication, but by far, this is the best offense in forcing communication issues. So highest yard per play team offensively versus the least amount of yards per play team defensively in the Ravens, if I'm not mistaken. So it really is going to be, which one breaks first. And Kyle Shanahan, because of those communication issues, if you don't get it solved immediately, he abuses you. He abuses you like me, a redheaded stepchild.
That never gets old.
Here's my question to that though. Lamar Jackson has in moments had Hero Bowl issues, and that's kind of calmed down this past year. And so here's my question to the Raven fans: do you worry that Fred Warner is going to be used to bring up some of those older issues? Because Fred Warner is kind of the peanut punch king of our defense. Do you think that the fumbles start happening and then Lamar gets kind of reckless in this game? Because I could see that kind of being like
Definitely Lamar's going to have to keep an eye on the football. He did have a little bit of ball security issues earlier in the season. Mostly resolved now, but I really do think, despite me not liking him run as much, he's going to be forced to run a little more here. And of course, story of the game is going to be who has the QB spy duties, which more than likely is going to be Fred Warner, maybe even a safety on some plays potentially. I'm interested to see maybe a sub package might be employed by the Niners, but the Ravens keep a lot of teams honest with Gus Edwards up the middle, basically. But it's going to be a great tale. And on the opposite side, George Kittle versus Kyle Hamilton. Pro Bowl safety versus Pro Bowl tight end all night. Like, going to be.
It's going to be an excellent matchup right there.
Levi.
I just think it's your O line versus our D line. Period.
Levi.
It's a whole chess match.
But would you say that sometimes, or it depends on the team, would you guys say against the Ravens, it would be a defensive game or an offensive game that would cause us to win? Would it be more defense or would it be the offense?
I don't know if you can choose one.
It's evenly matched. We're ambidextrous.
I'll give this. I've been very vocal. I think the 49ers have way more firepower on their offense. A lot of people have always said the offense for the Ravens only goes as far as Lamar carries them. Of course, this is the best field, and group of receivers, tight ends, halfbacks he's ever had as a Raven. But dude, this is going to be, like I said, if y'all haven't heard my prediction is that this is going to come down to a 2-point conversion. No one wants to go into overtime on Christmas Day. And, of course, my prediction is that the Ravens make that 2-point conversion. But Lamar makes that, because I don't know if y'all know this, there's two also history things for the Ravens. Lamar is I'm sorry, I don't have my notebook, 34 yards from passing his career high in season passing yards, on pace for 3,800 passing yards, 900 rushing yards, first in NFL history. And of course, Justin Madubuike tied NFL history last week in Jacksonville. And if he can record at least half a sack on Christmas Day, will break the NFL record for 12 games consecutively with at least half a sack. So Christmas Day setting up potentially, to be either the absolute heartbreaker for the Baltimore Ravens or, be a franchise day that we will forever remember,
So Levi.
You do realize though that the Niners take 2-point conversions near and dear to their hearts. Bosa, Armstead, Chase Young, they do not let people convert 2-point conversions.
And actually on fourth down recently, Baltimore has struggled in those short situations.
Yeah.
So Levi.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So Levi. So Mark Andrews, he's out for the year. And I've been listening to the media. They've been talking about last week. One of your tight ends had a really good game. Can you tell us about him?
Likely.
Oh, you're talking about my boy Isaiah Likely. For those that again don't know, I play a little semi-pro football. I walked on to Coastal Carolina University my freshman year at CCU, so I got a real special close to my heart for Isaiah Likely, the CCU alum. Actually, Tyler Thigpen, the former Miami Dolphins and Kansas City Chief quarterback, used to play in our flag football league. I got a lot of faith in Likely. He's definitely no Mark Andrews. They're very different style of tight ends. But Todd Monken has utilized tight end screens a little bit in this offense. And Isaiah Likely being a little smaller than Mark Andrews has a really good shiftiness, really good yards after catch. But I'm going to tell you, last year, his rookie year, his blocking was so atrocious. Awful. If he hadn't been such a star stud receiver, he would have been cut. And if you actually follow the training camp reports, Isaiah Likely was actually the breakout star for the Baltimore Ravens in training camp because Mark Andrews, of course, being the all-pro veteran that he is, didn't really see any snaps in the training camp and OTAs.
Wasn't there something I believe it was last preseason, not the one that just passed, but the one before that, where Isaiah Likely went off for one game?
Oh yeah, he like I said, his yak ability. He's like a 6'3", like 230 to 250, a little bit smaller. For that traditional NFL tight end. Baltimore's backup tight end being Charlie Kolar. Baltimore's had this tradition. I don't know why, but it goes back to when we drafted Dixon out of Oregon in the 3rd round, and then we drafted Pitta out of BYU in the 4th round. Baltimore doubled up again last year with Isaiah Likely and Charlie Kolar as well. Kolar being more of a 6'7", 260 guy, basically replacing Nick Boyle from the Baltimore Ravens, who used to be one of the best blocking tight ends in the NFL. But look for Ricard to be positioned out there a lot. Basically, wherever Bosa is at, you can probably bet you'll see Patrick Ricard out there. Todd Monken doesn't really use a fullback in his offense. So what they've done is lined him up. In the offseason, he spent extra time in the running back room, the offensive line room, and basically the tight end wide receiver room, because they plan to use him more up on the line. And that's how the Ravens were able to negate guys like Myles Garrett. But of course, the Niners, they got someone on the opposite side that's really good as well. What is it also with Chase Young and Bosa, I think, is averaging 8 pressures in the past 3 games per game. So it's hard to stop both. But hold on. Last thing. Baltimore Ravens have been doing something else no team in the NFL is doing. They're actually rotating both their starting left tackles, left and right. Started 2 games ago doing about 20 to 30%. Last game up the percentages to 40 to 50. And a lot of the Baltimore Ravens offensive line actually came off their best games of the season. Ronnie Stanley's actually been struggling at left tackle a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens, maybe restructure him or might have to make a hard choice in the offseason, as heartbreaking as that is.
Season, so I don't know what to talk about. Levi, we've been doing that. We've been doing
I know.
So Levi, Randy, Elite Daytona has a good question. Can the Ravens tackle rhinos and hippos? Because we have Debo.
Nicely done there, Randy.
Shout out to Randy. No, he's elite. He's elite, Randy.
Elite Daytona.
Elite. You got to be elite.
He's a little frozen at the moment.
He's elite.
We may now. I'm not saying he's
That
coming.
question was so elite.
But we may have someone else coming.
It was elite.
Speaking.
Ooh.
All right.
We got a fight on our hands. That's all I know.
We really do. The Ravens have a good defense. Their offense produces. The Rams, like I said, I love to hate folks, but they're actually
It's not going to be an easy
football right now, and they put up a fight against Baltimore at Baltimore.
Oh yeah,
but it's kind of like Baltimore's got to come to us. They got to come to our house. And I like our chances at our house. I really do.
I do too.
I can see Moody. Shout out to my guy Bryant. I could see Moody winning the game here. I really could.
Oh, he's gonna go crazy now. Yeah, Bryant Cope get ready to go crazy now. Yeah, it's gonna be on the kicker.
Kicker lives matter.
Hey, kickers are players too.
They got a pretty good kicker over there.
Kickers need love too.
Hey, y'all saw Wojnarowski, the Aussie, take off with the ball down the field. Did anybody even know he was that athletic?
In the preseason, he came out looking like George Kittle one day, and people were getting confused at training camp. And he put that stride to work, man. He took off on him, and it's a shame they got a phantom penalty on there, bringing it back. But yeah, he's got some quick. I think 4.6.
Damn, that's fast. Holy. It's gonna come to me. It's like, is this gonna come to? Do we really want to win this? Are we?
But Wisniewski actually has proven his athleticism.
Oh boy! Hold on. Coming to the stage.
Uh-oh.
I got my
Ooh.
guy in his
Oh.
fantastic sweater, Brian Colt.
Oh, the
And
Colt.
he is
Oh,
at,
hell yeah. Where you
he's
get that
getting
at?
center stage with that.
Yeah.
Nice sweater, Brian. Nice
Nice
sweater.
sweater.
Yep.
That sweater is solid gold.
Look at that bad boy.
Where you
There
get
you
that at?
go.
Look at that.
Merry
How can you
Best
beat
sweater.
that?
That's the best sweater.
Hey,
That's
so
the
this
best
sweater was
sweater
a
ever.
Christmas gift, right? I really liked it. I seen it on the TV, and I was like, you know what? I got one for my dad, but he's a Raider fan, and it's so I try to always go down and give him a hug in it, and try to encourage him to wear his too. But yeah, you can find them out there on NFL.com. It's pretty cool. It's got a speaker box and it plays music, and I can change the look at that. I can change the different.
Look at
Brian is
that.
my hero.
Oh, hell yeah. I might have to get me one of those.
Yeah, that sets it off. That sets it off around Christmas. Yeah.
All right,
I'm getting
I
it
gotta get
right
off
now. Say
here.
less.
Right here, but take me off
Literally
the screen.
Oh, do I have to take you off the big screen? Okay.
You guys want me to guess a little?
Modeling the sweater.
Kofi with the sweater. The sweater
The
game is
sweater
on
is
1,000. Cup fiction out here.
Yep.
But
I knew it as soon as we started saying
Did you say Coke Fiction? Did you say Coke Fiction?
No, you have to stand up. We have to see the stadium lights up, Dan.
Stand up.
Sure.
Adjust the camera. I'll just stand the rest. No worries. And you gotta
That's
do-
great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's giggling.
Neat.
So,
isn't it
But
though?
Lit up.
but
Wait now, right?
but David,
Is it?
Oh shit! I'm gonna have like a stroke. Like, I gotta calm that down. Go ahead.
I love it.
Hey, look at Rocky in the
David.
gym. Look at Levi. Rocky's in the gym. He's getting
There
ready
you
for
go.
it.
Rocky.
Come on.
It's like, hey, Rocco.
You know what this game is? Rocky versus Clubber Lang. I'm dead.
Yeah,
There you
My
go. Look at that
prediction-
form. Look at that form. Look at that form.
My prediction is pain.
There you go. Good jab.
Pain.
Do some
Get out
combinations.
here.
Do
Get out
combinations.
here, has been.
It's gonna be in pain. No.
He's going orthodox. I don't think he can hear me.
Your boy is out there. See now, if he was on the team, I would be scared. I really would.
I can slightly hear y'all.
There you go. Great form, man. Keep doing that. I'm a boxing guy. I love boxing. You do more combinations, man.
Yeah, punches and bunches, punches and bunches. Moody hips.
Yeah, I'm just getting back in, man. I'm so out of shape. I basically just usually warm up 1, 2, 3s, and 4s, basically, and then
Brian's wearing pants.
you'll catch me here midnight Eastern time doing the wind sprints.
If I'm ever
yeah,
where
that's
you are,
what's up
Levi,
next.
if I'm ever where you are, I'll spar you. Just for fun.
I'm too out of shape for that anymore. I left the fight life.
Me too, man.
I'm a former South Carolina law enforcement certified security and also a former federal ground security coordinator.
Nice.
Who'd we lose?
Yeah.
All right, we keep
Yeah,
losing
for
people.
you.
Corona. Corona, you got that LA Rams Wi-Fi,
Yeah,
buddy.
he has that Rams Wi-Fi.
You got that Rams Wi-Fi.
Somebody just called me right now.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
but
He had
David,
Burger
I wanted to
King,
ask
using the
you,
Burger King Wi-Fi.
why were you shocked that Mitch Wishnowsky had that kind of speed on his first down? Because
I've
he's
never seen the guy do anything like this before.
Yeah,
Kyle
we
Shanahan
How?
has not once, where he's in his 7th season with us, right? Hasn't once called a fake punt. And it's
no,
like,
but I meant
why
the
ain't you calling
athleticism.
him? Look at this freaking punter we got. He's like a running back. Why ain't
But
you
he's
calling him?
Again, we're going.
But he's also the one that has run guys down on special teams on punts because nobody else tackles, and he's the one that's saving guys from getting six. Like Mitch has actually shown that kind of athleticism before. It's just they don't use him because for whatever reasons. But like he's actually shown that like kind of speed and hustle before. That safe plays.
I think it's just the point of being surprised that we actually did it. If you would have came to me before the game and asked me to put some money on who's going to try the sneaky Pete play, I would say the Seattle Seahawks are going to try a fake punt, not the San Francisco 49ers. We normally don't do it. As a matter of fact, I was saying, look out for the fake punt. And then it came out of nowhere. And they didn't even call it. He just saw it and took off on it. So that made it even more out of the ordinary. It wasn't so much his running ability as it was the play being called.
Ozzy.
There he is.
Right. That's right.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey, that kid can run. I don't know if I need to change my avatar to Mitch up here, but I got Moody. I want to see how fast they can line him up for a 40-yard dash. Let's go.
It always gets
If he does it with that sweater, I'm a believer.
If Moody run one, man, I'm like, oh man, it's over. Yeah, Super Bowl is a lock. We're done. Yeah, if Moody takes off for 50, oh man, we got it. Right.
Did anybody see the Saber Pepper and Moody video that just came out? They're driving around in Santa Clara. They got Christmas lights on their neck, and it's really funny if you haven't checked it out. It's on the 49ers YouTube page, I believe. Melissa Flores.
No, not
Melissa. I'm trying to think
Lindsay Polaris.
Thank you.
Lindsay Polaris.
Lindsay Polaris. All right. I'll check it out.
She was the one. She was the one who took Jess on the field at the New York Giant game. So, really cool lady. Really cool. But yeah, video.
Lindsay Polaris is the new Kiana Martin. She does all that like interviews. She's been doing ones with Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw. She's done
okay.
I forget who had Diamador Lenore, but she like does them in bunches. She's like doing the new friggin' rookie or new players interviews. She does the golf cart stuff. She does the car drive-ins now. Like that's like what she does now. She's like that new female interviewer that gives a fan but also a player insight that nobody else really does, which I truly appreciate.
Supercar Blondie, but for football.
She's big on Instagram.
She's a brunette. She's not blonde.
Yeah, she's good.
I'm mostly joking, but you know what's a fun fact, guys? For the current price of those Carolina Panther tickets, on advertising, you could probably go and buy an entire section.
Yep.
And the value that when ESPN cuts to like one person in the middle of a section all by themselves is probably worth 10 times the amount in advertising money.
Yep. Facts.
Yeah.
I legitimately, guys, I've almost thought about going all the way back to Carolina and like doing basically that, like buying a bunch of tickets super cheap. If y'all don't know, I'm thinking about going to the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl is down here in Orlando.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
That's ridiculous that they're
So I'm thinking about trying to go to get some like good
as a starting
exclusive content.
price.
Yep.
There won't
Hey,
be no
wouldn't be a-
Ravens or 49ers there.
Wouldn't be a bad idea though. Just
I know, 'cause all
go
the-
watch some football for some cheap prices.
I know, Spongy. You should be enjoying the Pro Bowl because the Eagles won't be.
Yeah, Eagles. A lot of Eagles might be down there. They're spongy.
Well, a lot of Niners.
Too
A lot
many.
of Niners. A lot of Niners will be down there.
Nah, we're not gonna be there. We're not gonna be there.
We'll be preparing something else.
Yeah, a big game, a bigger game.
No,
We hope. We hope. 12 quarters of playoffs, kids. 12 quarters of playoffs.
We had this conversation. I gave you 20 reasons why your team will not be in the Super Bowl.
All right, but I only got 5 of those reasons. So what were the other?
I gave you all 20, so
He said 20. I'm dead.
Spongy.
anyway.
I'm dead.
I need 15 reasons, not 20.
Spongy.
Okay.
Spongy.
You guys suck. You guys don't got the same team. You guys gonna choke in the first round against the Lions.
It's been like last year old for me. I can't.
You guys sorry. You guys you guys lost against the Seahawks. You guys lost against the Niners, Jets, and Seahawks.
Guess what? Your team
And
lost
what
against.
does that mean? You
Your
guys
team lost
suck
against the
ass.
Cardinals. Your Cowboys lost to the Cardinals. Your Cowboys are.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, Spongy. Spongy, I'll give you this though. If the Eagles all throughout the team had your kind of like fire and chutzpah, they would be the Patriots from a couple of years ago, where like they would constantly be penciled into the Super Bowl.
And they didn't have to play the 49ers.
With a quarterback.
But you do have chutzpah, Spongy. We may even call you Spunky Spongy.
So Spongy, you know me. I always have a hot take.
We can call David. We can call David Geno Smith.
So Spongy,
What?
Whoa.
No.
Don't make me slap
It's
the
a
shit out of you.
3-season bet that has 2 seasons left.
So
we'll see what happens, but we can't call them that yet.
Spongy, you know me. I always have a hot take. If you guys stay at the number 5 seed, you guys are playing Tampa Bay. You guys played Tampa Bay earlier, and because you're gonna be playing Tampa Bay again, they're gonna beat you guys this time. Okay, that's my hot take.
They will.
Oh, David, you.
What? What?
Your Cowboys aren't even making the playoffs.
That's not even my team. My team's the Niners.
Yes, it.
How many times do I have to tell you that?
It's pretty obvious. You
apparently more than once.
I kind of have a clip of you saying "Go Cowboys." I kind of have a clip of you saying "Go Cowboys."
I think everybody said go that team when the 49ers got the number 1 seed. You know what I mean?
So you're rooting for another team in your conference?
Yeah, we're going for the Cowboys so they could beat the Eagles so we could get the number 1 seed. Right, everybody?
Other fans said they wanted them to win, but they weren't rooting for them. They weren't saying "Go," that team. They weren't saying,
It doesn't matter. Our team's gonna win the Super Bowl.
Spunky.
So what do you guys say, little Spongy?
Now remember, there's still games to play, and there's a lot that plays into the playoffs. We
be resting. We be resting the first week though.
And I don't know if you hear me knocking on wood, but heading in healthy is key.
Yes, always. I'm praying for everybody's health. Everybody, I want everybody 100% healthy. All the teams, and I still feel like the San Francisco 49ers is going to whip you by at least 10.
Do we know how extensive Deontay Lenore's ribs injury is?
He practiced. Hold on. He practiced full practice today. He's playing.
Yeah, if you're full go.
I'm not saying that he's not gonna play or that he won't be able to tackle. I'm just curious because
y'all are sticking around. I know when I get home, I'm taking some shots of Crown after this workout, but I've got a little more short cardio.
But I keep watching shorts of Demo's hit on Devontae Smith that just knocked the ball out, and Devontae was like, "Oh man, I don't want to get up from this," and I don't know. I mean, when did he get hurt?
He got hurt versus the Cardinals. I don't know exactly what play it was, but they said it was a rib injury, and that's what concerns me is because I really don't want to see Isaiah Oliver versus the Ravens.
Oh, we don't need to see Isaiah Oliver on the field.
We'll have Daryl Luter Jr.
I would rather see Darrell Luter Jr. on the field because he proved that he has speed. Because on a special teams play, he caught up to the guy running the kickoff back from behind. He proved that he has speed. Isaiah Oliver is slow like a sloth. So when it comes down to it, I would rather see the rookie in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, little sponge, you have a good night, buddy. I know
Nah,
you're on
I'm
the
just
East Coast, and your parents probably should be, if they're not, yelling at you to go to bed anyway.
Yeah, Sponge.
But you know,
Yeah,
Good night,
It's time
little
for your
sponge.
bedtime, little Spongy.
yeah. Because I remember the last time.
You're my boy, Blue. But good night, and hey, we'll see you soon.
Mm-hmm.
you're my boy, Blue.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
All right,
Hey,
Danny,
Great.
boy.
so shout out to everybody here. It's a Friday night. We appreciate everybody for coming. The chat is popping. It's a lot of fun. Had some people on that we don't normally have on, and it's always fun to have different people coming in and going. Different conversations. Levi, man, dude, shout out to you tonight for being the most athletic, the most we're gonna say the all-star of the chat tonight. Most of the time we do have to give the award to David Corona. David Corona is usually the one, again, like the one that's most active, right? We got David going to the kitchen or he's working outside, and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it just is
Hell
what
yeah.
it's got to be Levi with those punching bags. Man, guys, who else is having a great night? Because I tell you what, it's David got a couple
I
new
am.
subscribers. The Friday night's great. I got the day off, half the day off because life is great, right? And Christmas is coming. We got a good game to look forward to. Hey, does anybody have any expectations, any things that they want to get off and say, like I want to see the Niners win the Super Bowl, of course, right? And for my New Year's resolution, I'm gonna get into my dad bod. I want to lose at least one waist size, and I want to take that the belly that I got, and I want to put it in different areas, if that makes sense. So that's my goal. Again, just getting outside when it's springtime and shooting the hoops with the girls again. That's really my goal. David McNair, sorry to steal a show, but let's give this question to David Corona. And Corona, let's pass it to you. And what do you got going on, man? What's something that you want to look forward to, like a New Year's resolution or something that you want to achieve this year?
Man, I haven't thought about it, but
Okay, then we're gonna pause and we'll come back to you and give you a second to think about it. All right.
all right.
Levi, you're moving around a little bit. Do you have any thoughts on this? Is there something that you're looking forward to achieving, or do you have, again, like your New Year's resolution?
I'd like to make a lot more money, and I'd like to get a little healthier. So we're getting an early start on that.
Levi, I have a question for you.
I think that's solid.
Yeah.
Are you at all concerned that your quarterback Lamar Jackson
one
has been
second,
kind of
actually.
like fighting the press this week, saying about how he doesn't like being an underdog and all this other stuff this week?
Oh, sorry, 1 second.
Sorry, someone else got here, so I wanted to put my headset in. I'm sorry, what was the question again?
I'm saying that, are you at all concerned that your quarterback has kind of been like all up in the pressers this week, talking about how he doesn't like being an underdog this week, and that he doesn't want to talk about the Super Bowl, and that it feels like he's a lot like Dak Prescott this week, where he's like really, really angry that
Yeah, I don't really like his comments about not liking be the underdog. I think I discussed this on a show earlier today. It doesn't give credit to the 49ers offense and just the pure firepower that they have at their disposal at any point in time. Just every skill position kind of loaded up for them. So I didn't really like that comment. Of course, avoiding the Super Bowl talk, I think that's just normal.
also. Do you like that Kyle Hamilton and what was the other player that went kind of viral?
Marlon Humphrey, I'm guessing.
Marlon Humphrey, yes. That kind of like went over and beyond trashing the Niner players, because like I feel like when players kind of go out of their way to trash another team or say that they don't feel respected and they want to like make it all about themselves, like it kind of like
It's actually something I
leads to
covered today.
letdown.
That little 31-second clip that a lot of people are talking about Marlon Humphrey on the podcast Wednesday afternoon is a 31-second clip that then cuts off as he talks about how the Ravens, he basically literally has to stop himself from saying we might struggle to score against them. It was a little tidbit. They were having sarcastic fun right before the start of the stream. And then in the next 30 seconds, like I said, I did a video on part of my R&R, the Raven recap today. I addressed that a little bit. So the Marlon Humphrey thing, blown out of proportion, but we talked about the Lamar thing, I got a little bit of a bone to pick.
All right, so Melissa, same question to you. I love the interaction as well. But what's a New Year's resolution or something that you want to achieve this year?
Sorry, guys, I'm going to cut my camera and everything for a minute as well. I'll be listening though.
No.
I mean,
would you like to run a marathon? Would you like to, do something for like start a GoFundMe account? I don't know.
I mean, if it's a personal thing, I would just really love to get to meet somebody face to face. I mean,
so
I keep planning these things where I'm gonna meet Nick at this bar here in Jersey, and it never seems to happen. And I mean, a couple of years ago, I nearly died. I was in a diabetic coma. So I mean, these are kind of like my personal goals, where I would love to meet like Tara Jolm in person, or to meet like, one of my Niner sisters, or like those are kind of like my goals. And like the fact that Jess got a connection to Nick Clark, who's kind of like that person who does all these like Niner events, and that would be a goal of mine, to get to meet some of the people face to face.
Let's make it happen.
Or to attend a John Chapman event. Like
It's funny. I've actually been trying to do a Rich 40 run event here.
More than a Niner game, like, which I know to a lot of people is sacrilegious, but to literally attend a John Chapman event would be just like my ultimate like dream. Like it's not just like the giveaways or the trivia, which I think are really, really fun, but just to meet John and Nick and Breezy at one of those events, and to get to be around so many fans, because for me, for so long, I thought I was the only Niner fan that was in Jersey, and then to learn that there's so many of us, like that would be like a mind-boggling event to me.
That's dope. And they're going to be near you for Washington. I think they're gonna do a road rush trip for DC coming up after this game, so you'll have the opportunity to do that. And if you can
You
make
know
your
what
way
you
out,
should try to do?
Nature's capital will be they'll be down there.
Yeah, and if it's not this season, it's a goal that we can shoot for, and we'll try to help make that happen somehow. Because Terradome, he met Wayne Breezy out here, and he met John Chapman. I met David just recently. I was hoping to meet David Corona here, this weekend, but I'm not going to the game. It's just really neat, this community that we are in, and I totally get it. I love the vibes, being able to meet the people instead of necessarily just it's about the communication, it's about the relationships. Let's throw it to Terradome. Same question. Something that you would like to see happen this year, a goal, something. What do you got going on? What's a dream that you have that you want to make happen? I know you want a new car. That's not that far away, right?
I need to retire. I need to retire from my day job. I've
I
done
hear
it,
that.
been doing it 20 years. It's time to bring it on home and just get this bowl, man, in 2024. Just and not so much for me, but I want it for all you younger cats, man. Yeah, I'm about 10, 15 years y'all senior, and man, it just won't nothing like it to get a stronghold on the Niners. And I think it might be a little bit of my fault that we haven't had it in 30 years. I talk so much sugar honey iced tea from 1984 through 1994. I think I used it all up. I'm a more conservative guy now, but man, in my day, guys, I was just, if you think spongy is obnoxious, it was bad, even by my standards. Looking back at myself, I said that's really bad. That you didn't have to go that way, and we just was just so great. I want that for y'all, to because it's not just going to be this year, man. We're set up for a couple of years to go, and you're gonna see why the Bible says, please be humble before the Lord, and He'll exalt you in due time. Because humble was not the word for me from 84 through 94. It was bad. It was real bad. It was losing friends, making people want to fight bad.
All right. So I get it, but what's a goal or what's something that you want to achieve? Like a bucket list that you're going to make happen this year. Like, do you want to run a marathon? Do you want to do like a food bank drive? I know you do a lot of different things already, but what's
Yeah.
something that you want to see happen this year? I already talked about getting into my dad bod. I'm not that far away, folks. I really am not. I just need to get motivated. But then we're gonna give it to Corona up here on top. But Terradome, give me some juice, man. What Mr. Terradome want?
I did. I already did my first book, which you purchased. It's available on Amazon. I got to finish the second one. It's an ode to my family and where we come from in Doswell, Virginia. Yeah, that's it right there. Get this in your spirit. It's available on Amazon, and I got to work on the second one, which is up on 54.
Right
Yeah,
there.
I've started it. I need to complete it, but man, the 49ers take up so much of my time this off season. My publisher calls sometimes and say, "Hey, when is the second book coming, Mr. Terradome?" Now that you on the internet and stuff, I say, "Yeah, I'm gonna write it." It's like, yeah, I'll be there, but I gotta hone down and complete it. I've started it. I need to complete it, and just more time with D, because she's so deserving. She done been through so much with me. I want to, take her on more vacations. We've been to the Bahamas, we've been to Paris, we've been to different places, but it's been, it's been about 10 years. So we gotta take time out for ourselves and really be the man and the minister that I'm really supposed to be, and find that balance and come back out to to the not the stick Levi's and travel around. She was with me in Pittsburgh, and we make our moves, man. We used to move and shake. Now we just kind of rumble a little bit here and there because we're tired.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And yes, more time with the missus is always that's really all we can ever ask for, right?
That's
And
it.
I love it. And then everything else about just a book. I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna keep asking you. I'm gonna ask you, hey, how's it coming? And when you get it finished, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna buy it. Mr. Corona, the man, the myth, the legend. We're coming back to you.
All right. I want to first say thank you for God for I'm getting my one of my bucket list off. I'm going to a Niner game for my first time ever.
Yes, sir.
And I was gonna meet Corey Davis at the stadium because we talked a couple of times, but I will see him up there, and he be looking out for me over there at the stadium, and I'm gonna be having back surgery first of the year, so hopefully that goes well.
It will
go well. And just thank you for my wife too for being there for me. That too.
Awesome. So bucket list, check mark. We got a Niner game, and it sounds like more time with the missus. Hey, no one can hate on that. Mr. John Jay, love it. Thank you so much again for patience and the maturity. Same question. Bucket list. Kicking a field goal through Kezar Stadium. Playing basketball against Brett Cole.
Let's see, all that stuff will happen in time. Kicking a field goal, playing a game with Brian Cope, it will happen. But this is a bucket list. It's a once in a lifetime. It does not happen in the United States. For all my family, the Hispanic side, Copa America is coming to Levi's, and Brazil will be playing 2 games at Levi's. And I know the Niners are going to give Brazil the team the check out our cool stuff. Hopefully the Niners stadium gives you the good luck to move on and win the championship. And I'm gonna go and bring my family. That's a bucket list because that does not happen. That's a South American tournament. That it's gonna be a fun event. It's gonna be packed with soccer fans, and it's like a Super Bowl. It's like a Super Bowl once in your life, and I got to do it. And I'm glad that the best team in the world will be playing here in the Bay Area. So I'll be doing that as a bucket list.
I love it. So you will be going to the game, you said?
Yes.
Awesome. Sorry about Murphy. He's excited for you. I'm gonna mute, but I'm gonna give it to you. Is that
He's all right. He's all right.
Spongy, I know you're one of the littler guys here, not littler in a bad way, but big heart. What you got going for us? What do you want to achieve this year? Are you making it on a football team? You played baseball. You're a baseball guy, if I'm correct.
Thank you, Miss Hope.
Again, shout out to Tony. Thank you so much. But let's give it to Sponge. Sponge, what is something that you want to achieve that you're going to make happen this year?
Definitely this year, it's going to be a big year in life. So I just want to try and be better at everything. School,
Yeah.
Attitude, demeanor, all that stuff,
Well, you are on your way, hanging out with good people like us, and sooner or later we're going to change that avatar. You are on your way to being a faithful, and we'll just leave it like that.
Not gonna happen.
Right, throw it to David. David, same question, Mr. McNiner, and then your show is back to you. I don't want to steal it, but what do you got going on, man? What's something that you want to achieve? I know you already met John Jay. You met Tony Culp. Are we gonna go back to this stadium next year? Is that something that we're looking forward to happen and making happen? I think actually we can almost write that that's gonna happen. If folks, if you haven't heard, we're making a push. If anyone else wants to be there, we're gonna try to make it to at least the first home game of the season or a game, and it's probably the first home game of the season. That's probably the best game. So if you guys want to make it there, just we'll all get together. If we can get tickets again like we did last year, and maybe all be in the gold mine section. If not, but yeah, David, you know how to. You know, there's a place. You know where it, and we're gonna make that happen. But what's a goal you got, David? You taking the Camaro for a road trip?
My goal is it is to take a Camaro for a road trip to California, you know, kind of early in the season and make it to a 49er game every season.
We can make that happen. We can definitely
that's my goal now. I mean, going to my first game, I have to make it to one every season now. And, you know, it's not like money's a problem. I work hard. I have a complicated job. That's not a problem. You know, that's nothing to worry about. Yeah, that is my goal. Make it to a game every year. And I have to do it now. I have to. I went to a game and now I'm addicted and I have to go.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like I can see where Joe goes every weekend, you know, like if I lived that close and I had the ability to, I would do it. I would do it. It's like it's just a whole different beast. You know, maybe you don't get to see every play, but you get to feel every play. It's a different experience. So if you haven't been to a game, even if you can't make it to a Niner game, go to a game. Go to a game, even if it's, you know, a regular game, you know, like football game, a high school game. Go to a game, get that experience because it's a lot different.
I want to go to the Niners at our second home so far.
Yeah, that would be a good game to go to. They got a pretty nice stadium there. They really do.
So SoFi Levi's Inglewood, it really is a nice stadium. And it's our home away from home. Everybody knows that, though. And, you know, David, you really should go there because the majority of the fans in the stadium, when you go, will be 49er fans.
It's a home game, Dave. It's a home game. It counts.
Yes.
Right?
We're red. We're red. We sell it out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, the only time I would ever wear like white to a game is at a home game because when you go to a opposing team, their colors are white majority of time, right? So you just blend in. But if you wear that red, now you're a dot.
Man,
now
it won't nothing like it, man. It won't nothing like. We were in Pittsburgh that first week, man, and we had the road rush troops up there. John Chapman, Wayne Breezy. They had the before party, they had the tailgate, and then we all said all together now, let's walk on down to the stadium. And myself and Wayne Breezy, we got there a little early and we looked back and took pictures of that red wave coming. And the lady at the airport said, it's just so many of y'all. And Pittsburgh is true blue. That is a real football championship town, and it is black and gold wherever you go. But boy, to look out there and see that sea of red taking over, it won't nothing like it. They had to go to a silent count. It was different, man. It was different, and those players fed off that energy like nobody's business. They said, "Faithful travel. This is crazy." It's guys who are on the team that have been in Texas high school. Texas high school football is different. And I talked to Spencer Burford. You know, I was on the interview with him and Jess on East Coast Red and Gold. He said, man, y'all different. You really different. I played in the Friday night lights where they shut the towns down. But that faithful come out and it's louder for us than it is the home team. And I say, hey man, this what you entered into. This we serious about this. We serious about it. We spend that money, that air travel, the hotel, the rental car, the food, the meals, and the ticket. And we are here ready to do it, man. We on a mission. We are on a mission. You are indoctrinated, you are adopted into the kingdom that is the San Francisco 49ers. And this is the standard that we bear, and this is the standard that you have to come on up to. This is it.
100% because we are an
it.
empire. Yes. Yes.
Yes. You go on the internet, we dominate the waves. When you want a story nationally, any of y'all, Shannon Sharp, if you want your clicks to click, Shannon Sharp, Shady McCoy, Nick Wright, all you gotta do is say something about my quarterback or something about my team, and you will get entered into the Twitterverse and you're gonna blow up. So that's why they go out and do it, because we're on this airways. The biggest podcasts of all the 32 teams is the San Francisco 49ers. We're just like that. We're walking in greatness, and ain't nobody gonna tell us anything different. We got the best players. It's top 50. We had 8 or 9 of them. We just got it like that, and we're putting even more on there. You could throw my punter in there, and now you could throw my quarterback in there. Everybody know about these San Francisco 49ers. We're taking nothing off of nobody. 31 teams are on notice. I'm coming for what I want, and I'm going to take it. You ain't got to give it. I'm going to take it. That's how it's going.
Hell yeah. I need to get one of those. I need to get one of those.
David, I don't know how often you go to Salt Lake, but I wanted to ask you a question about that. I have family out in Salt Lake, and do you like go to restaurants or stuff, or like do you just like do business and then go home?
Well, most of the time I'm in Salt Lake, I'm just doing business and going home. But
Okay.
like, I mean, I've gone down there for dates, like take a lady to a haunted house, or we have the Hanson Planetarium, which it's a good show, and we have a couple theaters down there that show old movies. It just depends on what's going on. But
Well, my cousin's husband has a restaurant called Socialitas. I don't know if you go to Mexican restaurants or not. It's just that's why I wanted to like ask you about that, because they do a lot of community work with the local police department, and they always have like police nights and stuff there. So but yeah, I haven't been there in a really long time, but it was fun the one time I went there.
so you just talked about my favorite food, and that's authentic Mexican.
Oh,
I don't know if it's authentic like by your standards, but that's what it is. It's Socialitas, a Mexican restaurant that they own.
Ooh, I'll come try it. That's for sure. I'll come try it. But DM me the info, and I will definitely go down there and check it out. It's only like 25, 30 minutes away. It's no big deal, Where's Eric? Hey, we got Brian's cousin, Kenny.
Hey,
in the chat. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, Kenny?
What's up, Kenny?
Kenny.
Kitty's a cool dude. You guys, Kitty's pretty cool. If you guys ever want him to pop on, if he wants to come on now, I can get him the link. But Kenny's cool,
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Kenny's
Kenny
cool, dude.
up, man. Kenny cool as a fan.
Guys, I have a trivia
I
question.
love y'all's show, man. I love when you break out the the aluminum foil hat and y'all come with those conspiracies. Hey, sometimes, man, you close on those conspiracies, man. It makes you think. You be like, hold on, that don't sound too far off, man. You and Kenny be coming up with stuff. I'm like, that could be real.
I'm with you, Pterodome. It really doesn't. A lot of the stuff they talk about it sounds like it's feasible.
Yes, sir.
And you know what? You can't argue with that, right?
I know. You start looking, you say, dang, maybe that is real.
So
it's fun. It's definitely fun. Yeah, we have a lot of fun together, and like you guys to start coming on every once in a while too, if you guys can. We are trying to do stuff more and more. We're going to set it up for more like next year, and we're going to try to have more scheduled and recorded shows. That's what we're trying to move forward to. But I got a trivia question for everybody, and if anybody in the chat wants to answer too, no one blurt out, but if you know it, then okay, but what year? So it's a two-part question. What year and who were the co-MVPs? So what?
Should I drop it in the chat?
Put it in the private. Yeah, drop it in the chat. Just drop it in the chat. If you got it, you put it in the chat. That'd be better. It's what year did two players win co-MVP, and what were the two players' names? If you know, put it in the chat. If you don't know, it's okay. We're gonna learn something. You learn something new every day.
I don't know who the co-MVPs were, but I do kind of remember the year that they had a co-Walter Payton Man of the Year award, which I thought was ridiculous because I thought it should have been, I think, Larry Fitzgerald by himself, and they forced Larry Fitzgerald with Eli Manning because they had to have a quarterback thrown in there.
All right, so been a couple minutes. We'll give it a couple more minutes. I see some people in the chat, of course, and all good answers are good answers. Nothing's a wrong answer, until it's really wrong. But if you go left like two times, you make a right, don't you? I don't know. You guys got to think, right? So, all right. I'm gonna kind of give it away. I'm just gonna say we got a winner. It's Mr. Pterodome over here, 2003, Peyton Manning and Steve McNair, Aaron McNair. Now, can we get a bonus point? Who won it the next year?
Ooh. I'm gonna take a shot here.
I know you know it.
I got them running through my head. I'm gonna just shoot that out there. Remember a big year.
So, if I'm correct, it's Peyton Manning.
Peyton won the best. Oh man!
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah. I'm gonna Google it right now. I'm googling it right now. But I think
I know a running back had slipped in there one year.
Yeah,
but,
and I think you're right. But I think that was 2006. But
I think it might have been 05.
05 could be right.
Damn.
Was the running back the last winner, Adrian Peterson?
Yeah, as a running back, yeah, that was about 2012, if I'm not mistaken. He just went crazy back then.
And I believe
he was on my fantasy team back then. He made big money. You had Adrian Peterson in 2011, 2012. It was ridiculous. He was doing some crazy stuff.
I know, like it was so hilarious how he was just, I think, 9 yards short from breaking the record. And all the announcers were like screaming, "No!" because the game ended. The game ended.
Yes.
So who was it?
We got to look. Brian's
Oh,
giving me an official tally, but I thought it was Steven Alexander, and that might have been like
Sean Alexander.
Sean Allen. Is it Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean Alexander. I said Steven.
Oh man.
But yeah, it was a kid from the Seahawks. He had a
Okay,
really big
so-
year.
So 03 was the co-MVP, Steve McNair and Peyton Manning. 04, I don't have a photographic memory. I'm pretty close. 04 was Peyton Manning. Shout out to Little Sponge. You got it right. 05 was Sean Alexander.
Yeah.
All right. 06 with Damian Thomason.
Yeah, LaDainian was the man.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then again, everybody from 2003 all the way back to 1990, we've had 35 of them. 27 of them have been quarterbacks. Only eight have been running backs. The last running back that won the award, can anybody tell me who it was?
Got to be Adrian Peterson.
AP.
2012.
And for
Marshall
bonus,
Falk. Marshall Falk.
well, no, it's Adrian Peterson.
That was 2000.
That's 2000. 2000.
Yeah.
2000.
2012.
Yeah.
2012. That would have been, that's your bonus point question. 2012, Adrian
2012.
Peterson, the last running back to win the MVP award.
Yeah, he was ridiculous.
Yeah, he was good, man.
And I would have won my fantasy football championship, but Plaxico Burrs didn't give me anything on that last game. I just needed 10 points, Plaxico. And you from Virginia too. You owe me a championship fantasy football ring.
Yeah.
I came in second. I didn't get anything from him. I came up 10 points short.
Yep.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. I came a little bit late to the show, but I'm having a great time. But I think it's almost over. David, what? I know you've been working a lot this week. I just did the normal week, but it looks like you worked 2 weeks, if I'm correct, in a 1 week period.
Yes.
So, shout out to you, everybody. Shout out to the Friday night group. Take a drink, have a toast, and thanks for all the memories and the good times. Really, hope we helped everybody get through the evening and had a little bit of fun, maybe some laughs and stuff. And David, I think it was a successful evening. And again, thanks for having me, and everybody else, thanks for coming.
Well, Brian, man, what do you have going on for the rest of the week? What do you got?
Me, Brian. I'm going to do the Saturday show and Sunday show. You know, of course, what we do on Sundays, and then we'll go from there. I know Monday we're not doing the show because Holly, come here, Holly. Holly's been very, very patient.
Oh boy,
she wants to say hello. Say
I
hi.
can't wait.
Where's she at?
Hey, Holly. Great to see you, honey.
This is my little
Go
one.
49ers. Say go 49ers.
Holly.
Say it again.
That's right. Oh yeah.
She can say it, but she's yeah, she I don't know, she does the Mickey Mouse voice, and I'm like, yeah, speak up, little girl. But
I got it in the spirit. I got it in the spirit. Yeah.
Hey, I knew what she was saying.
Yeah,
Yes.
me too. Me too.
That's when you get it in the spirit. That's what it is. You ain't got to even mouth it out. I know where you at.
So
you know what you're saying.
Yeah, we're gonna do the show on we have the game on Christmas. So I think Aaron was trying to do the show on Sunday if we can, and we'll just see what happens. So we might go coast to coast Sunday, or it might be Tuesday. Tuesday I don't think works out for Aaron very well, so we'll just figure that out. But yeah, and then Korey Davis show. Everybody, hope you guys can make it. Put the picks in, send them to David or me. I will help David as well. And just keep it rolling.
Yes.
I'll
Please
send
send
them
them
to you.
in, folks. Please send them in.
Yes, it's gonna be some tricky picks towards the end of the year. It gets a little tricky. Y'all be advised.
They said CJ Stroud is out.
CJ Stroud
David,
gone.
hey,
Up in
Brian.
here.
Out.
Do you ever have Dina on your show, or is it just like on Tony's show?
No,
Like
so
I really want to talk with her again. Like I love being around Dina Harvey.
yeah,
She's
Dina's
just
awesome.
something.
Yeah,
She's just something special.
yeah, Dina's awesome. Me and David do a show. It's like Culp and McNiner and Culp, depending on whose show it's channel, right? That we play on Words. And we've had Dina on a couple times now. I think 2 or 3 times now, and she's wonderful. And yeah, if we can have another great show like this and get her on sometime, have you on as well, that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, she does a lot of stuff with Tony because that's Tony's kind of that's Tony's David McNiner. And yeah. So we'll try to get that worked out sometime soon. We'll make that another goal, like a resolution where it's going to make it happen. We'll get everybody together again.
That's awesome.
Dom, I'm always loving you wherever you show up.
I always love you wherever you show up, Miss Melissa.
Pterodome, you got to
Yeah.
tell us what you have going on for the rest of the week, buddy.
Man, I got to go work at 911 Center Christmas night. But I'm going to be a little bit of everywhere. Hey, Brian, are you doing a show tomorrow morning?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I'll try to jump on that as well. And we got the Pterodome on Tuesdays. It's always great to have Pterodome Tuesday morning at 10 after a Monday night win. Even after a Monday night, if it didn't go right, but it will be a Monday night win. And I'm going to get it started the day after Christmas, 10 o'clock. And we're going to chop it up, talk about overreactions, reactions. I'm going to have all the energy stored up because I can't jump on Christmas night. I'll be working, but I get off at 7 and we'll be doing it at 10. And then we'll do it again, maybe Thursday. I got to see how it shakes out and develops a little bit because that's getting in towards my anniversary, which is going to be New Year's night. New Year's Eve to New Year's night is my anniversary. So I got to
So
make
your
time.
anniversary is January 2nd?
January 1st.
Oh, right on. How yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah,
Right.
man. So, 17 years. So it's going to be a good one. And hey, man, everybody who's got an overreaction, if you own the show, I'm going to just jump on, if you and Brian got anything going, anybody got anything going, Pterodome will be there as well as my Baltimore Ravens friends who just punched out his phone and he's back with us.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
And we got the crown black ready.
Let's throw it to John Jay real quick because he's trying to dip. He's got to go. So John Jay, what's going on in your neck of the woods? And thanks for coming.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. I got to go early. I got to be up early. I got to do some stuff. Thanks for having me on. 49ers Ultimate Report. You can find me there. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good rest of your night. Keep the show going. Without me, I'm out.
All right. Merry Christmas, John
Peace
Jay.
out, Brian. Oh, no. Peace out, John Jay. I love you, buddy.
We got the ice rose again for the crown as well tonight.
Oh,
Spongy.
Yeah.
Spongy, you're up next.
That's nice.
Man.
Just for y'all.
Levi's fancy, man. I tell you what, I can't wait to meet up with Levi.
I tell you, I wish I could have made it out to Levi Stadium, guys.
Levi at Levi Stadium.
Exactly.
I was screaming for you, man. I'll be back.
Yeah, that's a caption right there.
Next year,
I really
we
should
play
take that.
at our house. So
One day, man. One day. Maybe I'll make it big this off season and they'll put me on a tour like Grossi. I'm coming to play Madno. Get your
Yes.
sticks warmed up.
And what would have been dope if you stood behind the Levi's sign, or you had the Levi's sign right behind you in that Ravens gear. That would have been dope. But I'm glad you didn't make it now.
you mean that one that says Niners win?
Oh, That would have been good too, but
You know, I'd have been scared walking out of the stadium a little bit, unless I had some of y'all with me, be like, no, he's cool, guys, this one of the good ones.
He's all right. He's all right. He's all right. He's Levi. He's
I
Levi.
went to the Miami game down 2 years ago when Tua came in like halftime and actually blew out the Ravens when we were having that terrible injury season. And I watched a fight happen right in front of me. And I'll be honest, he was a Ravens fan. I was like, nah, dude, you just a dick. I'm not backing you up. Like,
Hey, they said the 49ers favorite by 6.
5.5, yeah. So 6 points.
Oh,
basically.
5.5, 6. Oh wow.
I don't play into that too much. So we'll see what happens, right?
Does
If y'all
does
don't know,
anybody have a
Oh, I was gonna say, little
Does
Sponge,
anybody have
what
a
you got going on for the rest of the week, buddy?
So definitely I'll be having a good Christmas, hanging out with some family, as always, watching some football, watching some basketball if it's on, watching some of your guys' shows, I'll be on. I think I'm, my YouTube channel, I'm just posting shorts for now that I already have like videos made for, so I don't really have to do anything because
shorts is the way to grow your channel right now.
Hey, yeah, if you look at it, I think one of my shorts got over 1,000 views and I didn't do anything.
I don't know if y'all remember, they actually changed that whole algorithm because it used to be only subscribers and watch hours. And now what is it, like 10,000 hours of short views or something like that? There's a second tier that you can get just through shorts.
Yeah.
I got to do those shorts. Yeah.
Dude, I feel you, man. Short game strong.
Yeah, you got to have it. It's like golf.
Yeah, it was just like when I was at the...
Did y'all know competitive putt-putting's a thing?
Oh gosh, yeah. Yes,
Like,
I do.
Hey,
I played in some tournaments when I was in high school, and I never won so much stuff. Like, my team won the tournament, and I got the individual low score. I walked away with like several $100s in cash, like enough stuff like from local restaurants to feed myself for a year. Like, it was nuts, man. Bunch of tickets to the baseball games, like.
Hell yeah.
Who knew?
Guys, again, David's very, very polite, but he's put in a very, very long week. We're going to cut the show a little bit early tonight. We won't go super late. There won't be an extra show tonight. We will have new scheduling. It's always going to be Friday nights. It's the same family. It's the same folks, the same friends. Hopefully we get new guests that come in. New people always are coming and going. We want people to subscribe to all the channels. We are going to continue to grow and support our, everybody, and really good vibes. We want everybody to be, respectful, of course, and that's what we all want, really. Everybody to come and have fun, and that's we all want everybody to enjoy themselves, and that's really all it truly is. But David, great show tonight, and everybody, the tune: MICKEY. MOUSE. Now it's time to say goodbye to our company. And you guys can come on back. You can see us real soon. We'll be here again. All right.
That's
David.
a fact. We'll be here, folks. We ain't going nowhere.
Yes.
And with that, guys.
Go Niners,
Oh.
and as Korey would say, F all 31 other teams.
There